on Hochanda.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there. I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 888 888. So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Hello there, good morning. Looks like somebody's been out at home decor shopping because we've got new additions, got our plant, we've got our globe, and we've got this kind of, well, I don't know what you would call this actually. It's kind of like a crystal. Oh, hello, Scott. You all right?
Morning.
That's a sign of things to come for this hour.
I think it is. I'm glad I buffed this morning. I'm glad I buffed.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm looking forward to this. First time we've done a Good Morning Hochanda
It
together.
is, yeah. I'm very excited about that, actually. It'd be very nice. I've made a brew.
You have indeed.
Do you want to go branded mug or larger mug?
Well, I'm straight on air afterwards, so because of the time for toilet breaks, I better go branded.
Okay, right. Okay, I'll go large. It's cheers. I hope you're having a morning coffee with us.
Yeah, it's a bit grey and a bit dark out there, but of course the sunshine is always here in the studio. And of course at 7 o'clock in the morning it gets even brighter because we've got a deal of the day to launch.
Deal of the day. We like these.
Now, we're looking at Tando, and we've got Di Oliver, and you're doing a Facebook Live with Di later
I
on,
am,
aren't
yes,
you?
1 o'clock.
Oh, look out
Looking
for
forward to my
that.
first Facebook Live.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you'll have a fabulous time.
Looking forward to
It's a
that.
lovely time when we spend, it depends. Sometimes it can be half an hour, 15 minutes, it just depends. But we have a guest come in who does a fabulous demonstration. It's kind of all about the demo, which is pretty much what we like here is the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. We like all that. We've got loads actually coming up on the show today.
We have, yeah. We've got, obviously, Phil Martin's here, launched his one-day special last night. Everybody loved it. It's gone crazy. Really nice style. We've got Leonie coming up at 8 o'clock with myself because it's the last Friday of the month. So, of course, she's here with a Clarity Day.
We need a settee.
We do really. I feel a slouch coming on.
Like the BBC breakfast settee.
Yeah.
We could have a chaise lounge.
But you see, it would just continue until we got big fluffy slippers and we've got our dressing gowns on, really, wouldn't it?
Well,
So,
it's funny you mention that. They're in the dressing room ready to come on. It's that time of year, isn't it? You know, when you want to get wrapped up and get fluffy.
Don't, yeah. We were talking about this morning when the alarm goes off and it's like you stick your toe out first and you're like, how cold is it out there? And then a foot comes out and then eventually you get up. But
I mean, I don't know whether this is lazy, but I shout out to wake up my kids. I get them to get out of their bed to come into my room, and I ask them directly, how cold is it? And if I see them shivering, I stay in bed for a little bit longer and get them to go and light a fire. I mean, call me old-fashioned, you know. I should actually put a real fire in the house rather than just start one up in there, you know, which could be quite dangerous, really. But yeah, we'll get it ready. We'll get it
We
ready.
will indeed.
But I'm feeling quite brightly and sprightly. I was up at 3 this morning to get down.
How you can be brightly and sprightly when you've been up at 3. I didn't even realise there were 2 3 o'clocks in a day.
No, no. And because there's been a sort of slight change, because I'm swapping with Janice on Sunday.
You are, yeah.
You informed me, don't forget the clocks change, and I had a real panic because I'm on early. I was thinking, oh no, they don't go back. But they don't. They do.
They
I'm hoping they didn't go forward.
Now,
they do
what was
go
the
back.
rhyme?
It's fall back, leap forward.
Spring forward.
Spring forward. Oh, I knew. I said jump back earlier on. Spring and fall.
It was jumping and bouncing and all sorts.
Oh, I don't know what time of the day it is, any time of the year. So it's going to be a disaster, really. I'm hoping I'll be in.
Of course you will be. You will be.
I'll just stay here just in case. just sit there, I think.
That's why you've got your dressing gown with you.
It is, yeah. I'm ready for that, yeah.
So, of course, yeah, the details are up on your screen there for your deal of the day. It's a Tando one, so we've got lots of fabulous substrates for you to work with your mixed media. So whether you're into your grunge, whether you're into your pretty grunge, whether you're into just covering some of these elements with pretty papers, then you can do. Got things like your stencils, so of course you can use your stencil with your embossing machines if you're wanting to, or put your texture paste through there. Whole series of kind of clubs and hearts and diamonds, so for your playing cards. Love these kind of sketchy hearts almost. They've got a bit of a jagged edge to them. And then the little discs. These are artist trading coins. Now, I don't know if you've come across these before.
I know, I've heard this before,
Okay.
and it's a really big thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, it all started, I think it was Victorian time with artists. They used to do a miniature piece of art, which was almost like their business card.
Okay.
And they'd pass them on and they'd share them and they'd swap them. And they were traditionally, I think it's 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. But then from that has developed 2.5-inch circles, which is this particular style that we've got here, and they're coins.
I like that. The other thing I noticed about this is, and I've not seen many since my time doing this, is the card symbols, is the club,
Yes,
the diamonds,
yeah.
the heart, and that. I just don't see them.
Well,
I think they're great, actually.
Well, they're good size as well, so if you do want to put them onto an artist trading card, you could do. You've got other substrates in here, so if you wanted to, you could be building these up and turning them into different elements. These hearts, how many times have they fallen over?
I reckon not enough yet, and I think as the show goes on...
A few more times yet.
Yes.
You've got some MDF in here as well. You've got some fabulous words of inspiration, things like memories and imagine. And I love this. You've got a golden retriever.
I love. Hang on, I've just knocked the other ones down. Add that one now. Because I did say not enough. I did say not enough. Is that a golden lab?
Well, I don't know if it's a lab or a retriever. I don't know.
Might be a retriever.
It's not a chihuahua. I know that much.
It's not. No, and we've got a Shih Tzu coming up later on as
We
well.
have
So I
indeed.
mean, it's like crufts round here at the moment. To be quite honest. If you like dogs, you'd enjoy the show.
Now, I will mention you do get a piece of acrylic in here as well. So this piece that you've got, if you've not worked with this before, it's a little bit cloudy when you receive it, and that's because it's got protective layer and it'll be on both sides. So all you need to do is peel that back and you'll have that lovely clear acrylic there ready for you to work on. And you've got protective layer on both sides there. But you're getting a lot for your money, and you are saving so much with this particular one. Saving £12. It's almost like a half price sale.
I like that, like that. 799 587 with your saving of 50% if you'd like to go for this one. Your Tando Mixed Media Pack, everything you need there. £11.98, £12 back in your pocket, but with all the goodies delivered directly to your door, which is lovely. We've got more offers, of course, for you, and one of them will be your 7-day savers. So here we go. Roll VTA set. 7-day savers. Now, these are proving really, really popular, aren't they?
They
They're getting a
are,
lot.
yeah. They're a perfect opportunity for you to stock up on things. And that's 7-day savers. Every Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning, we launch a brand new set of 5. So you've only got until Sunday to take advantage of the current ones. One of which is this, 300 GSM, 50 sheets, and you're getting this for just £9.95. That is brilliant value.
That is brilliant.
Not seen this one before, must
They
admit.
did say, what? Did you hear a total in there? What? 20 pence a sheet.
Wow.
20 pence a
And
sheet.
that's a considerable saving on this, because obviously if you're making cards to sell or you're making fundraising cards, you want to keep those costs down, especially if you're fundraising, because you don't get reimbursed, do you? So it's coming out of your own pocket. So knowing that you could be making a card as sturdy as that, I mean, look at that, it's a really good sturdy base for your card, and it's only costing you, well,
20 pence. Yeah, that's it. But I think the best thing about this is you're going to use it.
Yes.
And
oh gosh, yeah.
It's certain things. Do you know what you do when you go shopping? You know, you have to buy washing up liquid at some point.
Yes.
Or a washing tablet thing that goes in there. Or you're going to have to buy some washing powder.
Yeah.
It'll get used at some point, you know, or you have to, and it's those things that you begrudge getting, but you're going to use it. So you go, it doesn't matter. Or you bought, I get told off, Feedbot tells me off.
Okay.
What do you get more washing up liquid for? We got some. But you go, well, don't worry, it will, I'm not going to take it back. Okay, it will get used.
That's
so
right,
it's fine. Okay, you've got to move something up and get a bit of extra space in the cupboard for it, but you're going to use it, aren't you? So it's not going to go, we'll overuse black card for GSM to do a card base. You will, won't you, as well? So get it while it's at these prices.
Well, this is
That's why people give the sales, isn't it? It's when you go, I don't need it yet, but I'm going to use it. Stock up.
Talk to my other half about toilet rolls. We had a delivery because he orders these and gets. He's got this thing about us running out of toilet rolls, and we literally had about a dozen.
Did something happen to him as a child?
Well, I don't know. It could have been. I have to delve into that.
Have a little deep chat.
To delve into that and find out where the origin is. But yeah, we had. I think it must have been about 12 packs of 9 rolls. Okay.
Oh wow.
So it's like we've got our own little kind of yenga going on with this. It is. And it's about this high at the moment. And then he said to me last night, he said, I forgot to cancel the
order.
It's like an ongoing thing. So we've got another lot. He ordered some because we were low, forgot that he'd actually got this rolling order going on. So now we've got another 12. So I'm not going to be able to get into my herring cupboard at all.
No.
If you need any toilet rolls, if they appear on Good Morning Hochanda, you know where they came from.
I know to give you a shout and get caught short as well, really. Wow, yeah, we did need to have a chat. Because something's happened there as a child.
Must have.
I think somewhere there was something that went on and someone's knocked on the door and didn't hear. And
it's been there for weeks.
Yeah, it's been there for weeks. If you want to take advantage, don't get caught short, is the moral of this story. 245930. It's just £9.95. Usual price is £19.95, and you know you're going to be using this stock, so do go for that one while you can on your 7-day savers. That's brilliant. That great offer. What do you like to do in the morning?
Well, I like to get up nice and early, yeah.
A bit of a special.
Oh yeah.
Sunrise special. Not quite sunrise yet, but it'll be here soon. Let's just do the special bit. Here we go.
When you drive in at this time in the morning when we get here, you hear all about what time the sun's going to be rising. Obviously, when you drive time, it's usually sunset, isn't it? And the lights have got to come on and all that. Well, I didn't realise that there's such a vast difference of time when the sun rises. Here in Peterborough, I think it's something like 7:15. But in Scotland, it's something like 10 to 8 in the morning.
It doesn't actually. Where I live in Yorkshire, it never rises. It's always, if it does, it's covered in clouds. I've just seen that. I've got that. I think one road in the whole of the UK where it just goes rain. Just, I mean, I could go to the next estate, you know, to the next village or anything like that. Lovely, basking in sunshine, you know, hosepipe band or anything like that. My road,
rain.
It's always torrential. More drains than anywhere. It is. So it's not just me. I think my neighbours have noticed that as well. Yeah. Right, so it is your sunrise specials.
Now, this is a bumper bundle that you've got here. You've got loads, and a nice variety pack as well. Lots of trims, lots of embellishments in here. And you've got assorted designs. So I don't know whether assorted designs means because we've got assorted packs in here, or whether contents may vary. So what we will try and do is keep it exactly as we've got here, but we can't guarantee that it will be the same.
Okay.
So this is a little bit of inspiration as what you might get within yours. So you've got things like your glitter fabric flowers there. Those gorgeous flowers there, all that sparkle, which of course, because they're fabric, you might want to put those little buttons in the centre there. Maybe some of that decorative lace. That is paper lace, but it is, that was a good band, wasn't it, back in the day?
Paper lace?
Yeah.
What did paper
Maybe
lace?
Don't Be a Hero, I think it was.
Was that paper lace?
Was it paper lace?
Black lace? Remember black lace?
Oh, yeah, but that was totally different.
Superman, wasn't
it?
I
saw those live. I saw
Did
them
you?
live, yeah. It's made actual black lace.
Did
all the moves and everything.
Because I know there's one,
we did that one as well.
Yeah. Not for minors. I remember on the album, because I remember that, my brother had this, going back a bit now again, before vinyls came back in, and I said, he said, it's not for minors, and I thought, well, why would a minor want to listen to I thought a minor was just some of the pickaxe going like the Seven Dwarfs. Didn't realise that. I should have known better. I was 28 at the time.
No, in here as well, you've got some fabulous felt embellishments as well.
I
I mean,
like
these are really cute. They go on your cards easily. You could even make kind of mini buntings
Is it
with
felt?
these.
What is that? Is that
It's
fabric?
felt, yeah.
It is felt.
Felt,
Yeah, fuzzy felt. That takes me back to fuzzy felt.
Oh gosh, yes, you remember fuzzy felt?
yeah,
as
I
well?
do.
We're having a right trip down memory
I
lane
know.
today, aren't we?
Welcome to the old Gimmer Society. I include you're not in that.
The wheel tappers and shunters. So we've been them at some point as well. Now here you've got those fabulous paper flowers here, and of course the beauty of these is you can't add anything to these. A little bit of colour if you wanted to go for those paler ones and add a deeper tone. Maybe a little bit of glitter go over with your sparkle pens. And then you've got these fabulous stickers. Here, look at these.
Literal leopard print.
Yeah, that's it. Right the way through.
Like that.
And these, you haven't got any white when you actually peel these back, so when you do use them, you could use them even in home decor, as you can see on the packaging there. It gives you a few little inspirational ideas. So there's lots of use for these. Good bumper bundle, and less than a tenner.
There are so many things
Yeah,
in
there's
there.
lots
In
in
fact,
there.
yeah, honestly, if you just think, I just get that, again, you're going to use them, aren't you, at some stage? It's going to be part of that one. £27.99 usual price, but just £9.99. But don't forget, these sunrise specials are only available for this particular hour. So, of course, 8 o'clock, the prices will go back up. So do take advantage while they're there for you at that price. Excellent. I love that.
And with any of these, if you like the look of them and you think, I could do with a couple of those, go on, be our guest. It's not limited to one per customer. And the reason I say that is when you see this next deal, I think you'll be wanting to get a couple of them because I know we're busy for this one already.
Already, actually, yes, it is.
Now, got lots in here.
Now then, is it? Now again, because I'm always learning every day. Is this for this brand? Is this kind of staying traditional
Yeah,
for them for what they do?
Well, Fab Scraps is a brilliant company, well known within the industry, and they do all sorts. And you can see they're crafting and fabric and all sorts. And they kind of use some of those designs to transfer over. I don't know if they're replicated on fabric, but you look at these and you would think about fabric.
Okay, yeah,
that's probably the best way of saying it. When you look at these are beautiful pieces. Now, some of the pages you've got lots of elements, so you could chop into those if you wanted to. And they are all double-sided, so you can kind of look at one side or t'other.
Nice.
But you do get repeats of these, so you don't have to worry about sacrificing one side to use the other. Now, half the stock have gone of these. Oh my goodness!
Blimey.
You
I
can
like that.
see. Isn't that pretty?
That's great, that,
But
isn't
then
it?
on the other side, you kind of got that cracked effect, which of course we can create ourselves. But not everybody's a messy crafter. Not everybody wants to invest in crackle paste and things like that. They want to get that result quick and easily and cleanly, which they can do with papers like these. These are beautiful colours.
Yeah, really nice.
These are flying out. I'm going to have to be very quick with these. So within there, brilliant quality paper, as you can see there, bordering on card, to be honest, with the weight of that. So you can get that pad in there. But this is where the excitement starts, because in here you've got all sorts, Scott. Do you want to have a little thumb through
I'll
there?
have a little look through here as well. So these are the embellishments. We've got the die-cut embellishments that you can see here. So, and again, I think they'll just pop out, aren't they? Because they're really nicely cut, you know. But I won't do it because I'll make a right mess everywhere.
all this laser cutting that you've got in here, though.
The
Beautiful.
real detail that you can see. In fact, look at that. I'll just try and show you a couple more on this one. Some beautiful floral. If you like your floral side, really, really good. Oh, look at that one.
Everything's going to coordinate with that paper pad that we just looked at,
That's
and
nice,
the
isn't
8x8s that come with this as well.
Little bird. So they're really lovely. We are very busy on this. 3/4 of the stock has already been allocated on these ones. So if you are taking advantage, well done. If you're thinking about it, I wouldn't delay. I'd definitely be in there straight, nice and early. Are these? Are we? Oh, it is limited, by the way.
Oh,
Are these the
everybody's
same
going for them
designs,
now.
but just on a smaller?
I don't know, to be honest.
Let's have a little flick through on these
There
ones.
might
Have a look.
be. I don't know, but there's
we go.
lots of flowers featuring in there. Oh gosh, we're going to have to
Always
shut
on
up
a
about
technical
it.
sell out already. It
Well
has gone
done.
there.
Thank
If it's in
you.
your basket, please don't forget to check those ones out.
Yeah.
So you can take advantage. And if there's anything does come back in stock on that one, we will let you know, of course. But well done.
I'd be very doubtful at that price. You have backed
really
a
good, isn't
bargain.
it?
So well done, and thank you to everybody that took advantage of that particular one.
Good stuff, good stuff. Now then, if you're working with fabrics, now let me just have a read, because I was asking Hayley about these earlier on. You're 3D fabric art for printing and cutting, quilting and crafting, machine embroidery, non-toxic, everybody, which is good.
And I must admit, when I came in and I saw a flower on there, I thought it was something to put on your plants.
Well, yeah, I thought it was like a grow, you know, so it's going to help get rid of green fly and give them
But
a
it's
flourish.
not. It's like a liquid stabiliser. So, as Scott quite rightly says there, if you need any situation where you need your fabric to be a little bit stiffer than it would be normally, things like machine embroidery, if you don't want to hoop it up with a stabiliser, then you can use this. Spray it on, obviously, it's wet when it goes dry. It kind of gives that stability stability to your fabric, but then it will wash away. So if you are working on a garment and it's a delicate garment perhaps, and you don't want to use a stabiliser that you're going to have to tear away from those stitches, this is perhaps a softer way for you to actually get those effects. And it's got a lovely smell to it as well, non-toxic, and as I say there, just washes away, disappears.
So we have a little
what does it say on here?
Oh, it's already sealed. They're not letting us go near it.
Just to let anybody know how you use this, so it's all explained on here anyway, but you treat your fabric in a clean, dry sink or plastic bag enough to hold the fabric loosely. Shake and spray both sides of the fabric using the wide spray. You'd make a fabulous bond, wouldn't you?
I'd make it, yeah.
Or Johnny English.
Yeah, or just a mini.
Yeah. And squeeze to distribute. Well, obviously demonstrated beautifully there by Scott there. Yeah, leave it until it's damp dry. Press with an iron, and then that will dry and give it that sturdiness. And then obviously do whatever you need to do. Which means if you are wanting to do a little bit of fussy cutting with your fabric, then you could actually cut out your fabric pieces, stitch them in plate, and then away you go.
Right, perfect. £18 if you want to do this right now. Two bottles, and I'd imagine. I mean, you're getting 2 bottles of this deal for £18. I suppose again, obviously, it depends how big and how many projects you're doing, but it's going to last. It does say actually on this.
Yeah, just give you a bit of an indication.
Where was it at the bottom?
4 to 5 yards of fabric.
There we go. There we go.
But if you think about little pieces of fabric that you might be using, like little applique pieces, that's a lot of applique pieces.
Did you mention the videos?
I didn't know.
Because yeah, there's lots to if you are interested in this
online,
one. Lots of how to do videos, DIY projects and more. If you want to go to their website, it will show you exactly how you might work with that as well and add to your projects you're already working on.
Another one that's flying out. Fabric is always popular, and good morning, Hochanda, and this is proven to be very popular too. £18 for 2 bottles.
We like that. We like that. Well done. Well done. Well done in advance. A bit northern there.
Now, talking of which, we've got fabric coming up next from Mill Shop Online, so straight away you know it's going to be quality.
And this is Mill Shop that if they wanted to extend their order, it comes as a complete size that they get, doesn't it?
Lovely Joe does that. He cuts to order, so however many repetitions you go for, you will get that as a complete piece. If you're going for, what have we got here, 2 metres? Wow, that is a big size piece.
Should we go for a waft?
Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Let's show you. Now, instantly, I'm looking at this and thinking it'd make a fabulous roller blind because it's that right weight. It's the right weight.
Hang on. Yeah, that
54 inches wide, so it's a really good width. And again, curtains. I mean, the drop that you've got there, you're looking at a big patio window, aren't you?
Yep.
You've got a couple of repeats of this. You might need to go. It depends on the fullness that you want of your window, and obviously the width of your window. But I would say if you went for 4 of these, you would be able to make curtains that would fit a patio window.
Oh right, yeah.
So if you look at the price on your screen, what, £48 for curtains for a big full-size patio window? That is a brilliant price.
And grade's really in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's it's got
so
so
easy,
much now, you know, where it's a very cool. Every time I go to someone's kitchen now, they're going, oh, we've gone short grey.
We're having a great kitchen.
Are you going to great? Yeah.
Place an order for it.
So we as well, just so you know. Yeah.
But it's easy. It will go with anything, and that's something that quite often when Hayley Smith's here, she's saying about if you're not too sure which colour to go for a grey because grey will fit in with most home decors.
It's actually it is a very thick. I mean, I suppose would you need to line?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing curtains, I would probably line it because, of course, once the light comes through, light travels through very, very easily with things.
But it does
if you're
feel
doing
very
something
thick.
like a bag, then you could use that just as making tote bags. Fabulous
lining.
base, yeah, fabulous base for embroidery as well, machine embroidery perhaps, or even stamping onto there because it's a bit more interesting than just a blank canvas. So you've got a little bit of interest with the stars there, but there's nothing stopping you going over the top with a stencil and adding even more detail.
Oh, the options. The options. 169308.
Ooh.
£11.98. And don't forget, that is only for this hour. Update on our stabiliser.
It's now limited in stock. You're in a mood for a bargain this morning, aren't you? You're stocking up on all these different things, and I don't blame you, because if I was sat where you are, I would be ordering this. There's a really heavy weight to this as well, so if you're a Freedom member ordering this delivered to your door for just £18, I'd be getting hold of that and potentially go for a couple of them if you can stretch to that far.
Again, if you're doing a lot of projects, you're going to use it, aren't you? It's going to take advantage. So really, really good. Fantastic. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, we're going to have a wander out. Oh,
we are.
We've got a deal of the day as well.
Busy for that deal of the day. Yes, it's a Tando deal of the day. We've got Di Oliver in the building today, so you know we're going to have lots of creativity. She's going to be doing a Facebook Live a little bit later with Scott.
But, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you'll look forward. It's going to be brilliant. She always is. I did a craft along with Di. It was wonderful.
Did you?
Yeah, 799. Where am I? 587. If you wanted that one. instantly dropped off the screen.
We've only got 3 items left to bring to you as well, so we'll make sure that we get. There's a lot of people already putting them in the basket.
Well, if
so
they're
well
selling
done.
out like they are selling it here, we could be tap dancing a little bit later. Now, I know you're very theatrical, but I'm not, so I'll be chorus line.
There's theatrical and there's tap dancing. One is too early for tap dancing, 2 I can't do. Do you know, I've got my only story about tap dancing.
Okay.
When I went to drama school, okay. Went to my first tap dance, and I learned to do a shuffleball change.
Oh, I remember shuffleball change,
So I did my shuffleball change, and I was so proud of the fact, and I was standing right at the back of the class.
Okay.
I went to the front of the class, I did my shuffleball change, and I went, look at that, just call me Frank. And they went, Frank who? I went, Frank Astaire. They went, his name's Fred. I didn't even get the most famous tap dancer's name right. That's how bad I am at tap dancing. So for that was nearly 30 years ago, and I still have some people in my class now, we still keep in touch. They went, right, Frank, I'm still known as Frank.
Fabulous. I love it. Oh, Ben, thank you, Ben, my darling. Oh,
it's gone.
It's gone. Oh, you tease. Well done to everybody that got hold of it.
I tell you what, it's a real, there's a smell of deals in the air today. We're liking that. Right then, now it's goggles up here, and if you are looking for your... Now, this is your tape, isn't it?
That's right. Now, there's a bit of a debate going on. Yanis often says, is it me tape or is it me tape? Or me tape? I think it's me tape,
Me
personally.
tape. I think me tape. But I do like the sound of me tape.
It is. But just so much you need chopsticks or it's a bit of a kind of sushi event going on.
Yeah. Could be. It could be that one. Or something with an olive dip.
Something like that, yeah,
tapas kind of
yeah,
stuff,
very Mediterranean.
Like all the different... and by the way, Ben, loving the little building block there. Nicely put together.
Gorgeous.
Very nice. 10 metres on each of your rolls that you've got here, and we've got some really lovely little patterns. We've got your pink stripe going through. Is that all the colours of the sort of there?
Well,
We've got blues.
These are really nice,
Blue
actually.
and yellows and blues.
Yeah.
I think that's all the way through the same colours and that. You've got your polka dots.
Nice.
Very nice. Bright yellow. That's a real... There's a sweet going. We're going back to the old days again.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember. Was it a lemon?
Yeah.
Was it
lemon sherbet?
Lemon sherbet or yeah. Really lovely bright
we
yellow.
We had a conversation about this. One of the Good Morning Hochandas not so long ago. It's when I was on my own, and I was saying, well, what can you get for like 3p? I think it was per item. Because you can't even get penny mixes now, can you?
No.
What was your favourite in a penny mix?
White chocolate mice.
Oh, did you like those?
Yeah, I love the white chocolate mice.
Yeah, I was partial to a flump.
Well, who wouldn't be? Do you remember the programme, The Flumps?
I do. I think I still have got a VHS. I bought a VHS to show my kids, and this shows you generations. Because when they were old enough to watch it, I put it on and they went, all right, okay.
What, The Flumps? Actually, the programme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, because they've got all these, like, animations and all these fancy stuff.
Do you know what? I did exactly the same with Pipkins the other day with my kid.
Oh, Pipkins, Hartley.
Hartley here.
And, from my neck of the woods.
Jed, who's 10, and Shane at 6, they just looked at it with absolute no expression on their face. And they went, are you done now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was back there.
Shocking.
I loved it. I said, you don't know you're born.
That's it. In
Sound like my mum and dad. Exactly. He was gutted once because I said, look, Netflix and all the other bits and pieces and everything like that you can download or whatever. It's 24 hours a day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said Saturday mornings and from 3:30 to 6 o'clock. That's all we used to get.
Yeah. We only had 3 channels.
Don't know you're
and it was
born.
Always wrestling on a Saturday afternoon when you got back from the shopping.
Big Daddy, he was. My nan loved that. She was always shouting at the screen. It's the only time I saw her get up out of a chair when she was shouting at Giant Haystacks. Yes, you got your pinks, you got your... sort of packed like a... what's on there? Like little shells, I think, sort of look on those. 10 metres on each one of those. You've got 8 rolls in total. So you've got stripes, you've got your polka dot, you've got everything you want. Pinks on there, your bright yellows. 486, 459. Usual price 24, but look at that. Half price, £12 for you, but at that price only for the next 35 minutes. 10 metres on each, which is a brilliant deal. Yeah. Take advantage. Take advantage.
Like and again, if you want to stock up, be our guest, go for a couple of sets of those. Make a nice little Secret Santa gift that would for somebody
as
well.
That's a nice
idea.
idea.
For a crafter.
Yeah.
Like those. Now, talking about value for money, have you seen this bumper bundle? You've got 162 sheets in total. Mixture of decoupage and some fabulous acetate. And the acetate, I think it matches with, I don't know whether it's the same set as I saw before, but I think there were some background papers that matched with these at one point. But
I like that.
Yeah.
100 sheets of the acetate that you're going to see. Really lovely designs. Hopefully, can you see them all right there? Is it worth you just trying to give it?
It's always a bit of a tricky one when you've got a bit of a clear element with them.
Yes, look at them. Oh, I'm going to do one at a time so you can see through. So we've got the blue stripy polka dot. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? With the golden look we got there. Your green and
I think you've
blue.
got a couple of designs in each one of these
Is there?
packs as well when you
Is that
look.
what it
Because the
is?
one that you've got there's got the dots and the stripes on the reverse side
Oh,
of it.
is that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're getting 10
Oh, look
sheets.
at
I think
that
it's 5 in 2 different designs within each of these packs. So really good value for money.
There's loads. There is
Yeah,
loads.
loads
We're nearly there. I've
there.
got a few more to show in this one just so you can sort of see.
Make
This is all
nice
for
little gift
£9.
bags. And that's just part of it. That's just
Right.
half of it because you're going to get all these fabulous decoupage sheets as well.
That is fantastic. Now, but I did a first bit of crafting.
Did you?
Yesterday. I know.
What did you do? What did
I've got
you
the
do?
bug. I've got the bug, everybody. Well, we had a film shoot yesterday for the pantomime coming up.
Oh,
Okay?
right, yes.
And so Buttons, it was all about inviting people to come to the Prince Charming's ball.
Yeah.
And I realised we didn't have an invitation to you, so I had to then create the invitation.
Did you make one?
Glitter cardstock. Hello. Hello.
Proud moment.
The very proud moment. But I was looking around, and the price
Yeah.
in some of the shops that was going, just for a one single pack on what it was, equivalent, you probably only get about 3 of these packs for the price of what you get in everything in this order that you're seeing here.
Well, the thing is, if you were out and about and you were in a craft shop and you saw that and that was £1, you'd
Right.
think, gosh, that's a brilliant price.
Yeah.
I'll buy 10 of those.
Yeah.
So you might have all 10 of those. You're already paying £1 more than you are on our screen.
Yes, yeah, and that doesn't include
And
half
that
the rest
doesn't
is coming
include
through.
this.
So there's real reason to go in for stock for things like this, isn't it? Because you are going to use them. But yes, I'm very proud.
Good.
Very proud. I'll show you a picture.
Oh yeah, please
Later.
do. And when is it all open? When does it all start? Because I know a team from here can come and have a little.
Yeah, I'm
look
going
at
to
what
come
you're up
along.
to.
I think as soon as I said I'm wearing in a frock, everyone wants to come along and take the mickey. But we open for school shows. We open on the 18th of December.
Oh, see, that's when
But,
Christmas really starts, isn't it?
Yeah,
When Panto
exactly.
season
Yeah,
starts.
I know a lot open actually. Some open next week. So
Do they really?
yeah, it's manic. But I've got 9 different frocks to wear, so I'm very excited
Oh,
about that.
I say, lots of wardrobe changes.
Lots of wardrobe changes, same shoes. I mean, you've got to be practical.
Yeah.
And Velcro. Don't you love Velcro?
Now have a look at these. These decoupage sheets. Obviously, you're going to get loads of these. So it's 62 sheets in total, and you've got some fabulous designs. Things like your little bunny. Oh, we've got 2 of those. Where they do, where there is one, there's usually another one. Isn't it, when it
Yeah,
comes
with
to bunny
rabbits.
rabbits,
Yeah, good that they're still.
This is it. You've got your butterflies in here, lots of fabulous florals. You've got some gorgeous fairies featuring here. There's some Christmas designs as well. But for all seasons, you have got a wonderful bundle. And look at that. Who doesn't love a little kitten? Isn't that cute?
Like that.
Oh, there you go. There's your Shih Tzu.
There's your Shih Tzu. You see, I told you there's one on the show later on, and here it is.
I love it. Really good quality as well. And these are decoupage where you're going to cut out those elements. And I know a lot of people still take a lot of pleasure from actually cutting out the fine details. So, yeah, they're going to be popular.
Really, really lovely. Just £9 for all of that. 779367. Pop those in your basket. Just do make sure you get them checked out before 8 o'clock so you can take advantage of that price and not the £32.99, which is, again, you can
Why would
understand
you
why.
want to pay any more?
No,
I mean,
no,
this is
exactly.
it.
No,
Yeah,
don't,
take advantage while you can.
Don't do it.
Now, these are always popular, and this is a fabulous deal. First thing is, these are huge pots of paints here. That price on your screen, I would be happy to pay that price for just one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, is that where they are?
Yeah. Now, each one of these, you've got 24 square feet that you're going to be able to cover. So they are designed so you can use them on home furniture, and I've used something similar to that grey one on a Welsh dresser that I've got at home.
What was her name?
And these are brilliant. If you've seen any of that kind of shabby chic look with any of your furniture, always brilliant. Because, of course, you can use this, you can sand it back, and then you can get your wax on, wax off, all that kind of thing with your regards to these. So, yeah.
Have you ever seen one of those... what's in the attic kind of programs?
Oh, yes, yeah.
You know, bargain
They kind of do
hunts and all
those makeovers, yeah.
Yeah, there's always this being used.
There is.
And there's always a bit of a rub down that takes place.
There is.
And there's always this to put in there, and a lot of stencil work that goes into it
That's
as well.
it.
But that is brilliant. £11.92 only, rather than your £29.62. Do take advantage. These are for indoor use only. 854413. But again, that price only until 8 o'clock. And they're big, aren't they? Because when I looked at them to start with, I didn't think that they were chalk paint.
Well, they're big tubs. So you've got 236 ml in each one of those. So it's over half a litre, isn't it, when you actually put them all together?
Yes, it would be,
about it. But they're nice because they work together. You've got that deep tone there, and then you've got, I think that one's your Cafe Java, if I remember rightly. Then you've got your Cobblestone, I think, and then your Bavarian being that yellow. Not quite sure why Bavarian is yellow, because when I've been to Bavaria area...
Bavaria area?
Where did I go? Is it Frankfurt I went to?
Is this recently you went?
No, it's a few years ago. I did some shopping TV.
But you've just been away, though, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, Turkey. Lots of that colour in the sky. Beautiful sunshine.
You see, there's a group chat between the presenters that go on. And while other people were sort of just doing some messages, you know, sort of saying, here I am at the studio, and morning everybody, here I am, we was getting, meanwhile, and it was always somewhere very exotic and hot and lovely.
It's
so
Janice
it was you.
that started that.
Janice that started, was it?
Yeah, meanwhile,
but then you joined in.
Then I joined in, yeah.
And most of yours had cocktails in them.
And then there was a lot of cocktails, but then with Scott joined in, and then you were wearing lots of dresses.
Well, yeah, there's a few different frocks. Yeah. Nothing to do with pantomime, that's just a Sunday. Yeah. All the things that happen behind the scenes is lovely. So, if you like any of those that you've just seen, of course, on the Sunrise specials, then do take advantage of those, because in just less than half an hour, those prices will be going up. We've had some sellouts already, so don't hang around for those. But if you like them, get them in your basket and get them checked out before 8. If you are a Freedom member, of course, it's lovely to have you as part of the family. If you're not yet, well, then why don't you allow our lovely Janice, who's not on holiday here, so you can have a little look and she'll tell you all about becoming a Freedom member.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings-on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 888 888. So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Good morning, everybody, if you are just tuning in. And if you are watching on Facebook with us as well, lovely to have your company. So,
just reading through some of those comments there.
Yeah, some nice ones there.
David Brigger off to another craft fair. I think he said Nottingham.
Oh, really? Is it?
So busy weekend again for you guys.
Diamond Crystal was there saying Scott was doing his 005 pose. Wasn't even 006. It was, I mean, it's nowhere near 007. But yeah, Diamond Crystal, hello. We've got Sylvia, hello, good morning. Hello to Heather, that's there as well. We've got Sylvia that's there. David is there. Usual suspects, isn't it? Darren, lovely. Adele, great to have your company this morning. I hope everyone's well.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks for that. Have you. It's love to see you when you come back here.
Well, it's nice to be allowed out. And also, you know, it's a two-way thing, because Hochanda doing their bit for the community by allowing me to be part of that as well. So it helps with funding.
That's tag's not chafing, is
No,
it?
it's all right. I've loosened it a little bit now, which makes a big difference. But no, I love it. I really do love it. I'm going to say it's always a pleasure to come back in. And honestly, all the team here, all your full-time presenters that are in, are all lovely, and the crew, floor managers, directors, and producers, everybody. So you always feel like you've never been away for that long when we come in. So thank you, everyone. It's been lovely, lovely, lovely.
It's a good crowd, and of course we get lovely guests come in as well, and a lovely Di Oliver, Di Tando, I nearly called her then. Di Oliver's going to be in later on with Tando. What time's your Facebook Live?
1 o'clock Facebook Live. Yeah, my first one. So I'm hoping Di's going to hold my hand and take me through it, really.
Oh,
but,
she's fabulous, fabulous. And are you working with her at 10 o'clock as well?
Because
we swapped things around, haven't we?
Yes, there's been a bit of change around.
So,
keeps us on our toes.
It does indeed. And I've got a Facebook Live at 11 o'clock with Phil Martin. And we'll be chatting about his one-day special in a little while. But, of course, he'll be up 9 o'clock with you.
Yes, looking forward to that, because it launched last night. So with Paola, I think it was, wasn't it?
I think Nikki did the launch, and Paola was there for 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Right, I see.
And, of course, we've got Leonie coming up at 8 o'clock as well. So she might be popping in to say a little bit of a hello later.
Hey, I don't know. I liked her new hair.
Yeah, her new hair.
Well, she's got a fringe now. She's got a
yes,
slight,
yeah.
I don't think it was when she brought it in a bag. Because I would have had it. I would have had that. I definitely would have done.
That'd be a show worth watching.
But you know, because it was early in the morning, and I hadn't seen Leonie for a couple of weeks. And you know that sort of thing, you go, I know there's something different.
Yes,
but you don't want to say, just in case they go, no, it's all as it is. But I took the plunge and went, you've done something. I did the old, you've done something different with your hair. She went, yes, and she filled the details in. So I put my hair up this morning. Didn't know what to do with it. Oh, it's on the right old tears at 4 in the morning. There we are. Yeah.
Now we are very, very busy for our deal of the day. We brought the details back up on your screen. It did look beautifully arranged before we sat down and knocked everything over.
I tell you what, they're great for working with your crafting, but they're not great for standing upright.
Well, this is true. But you've got lots of elements. So you've got your fabulous hearts that you can see here. Of course, the beauty is you can use either side, both of the sides. They are identical, so if you did want to put a little hole through those, you could perhaps make your own little memory book. And again, you could actually draw around the outside, photocopy paper or whichever paper you want to work with, and make your own pages, like those ones.
That. Yeah.
You've got your stencil, really brilliant quality. We always see fabulous quality stencils, which means that you are going to be able to use them either wrapping them around a project, actually using them, or use them flat, perhaps on your MDF pieces or your grey board pieces. Perfect for spritzing through, inking through, things like your mediums as well, and your gels, absolutely perfect. But then you've got all your different elements in here. So, of course, we touched on the fact that we've got all the elements to do with your playing cards.
Yeah, your playing cards.
They're all there, but, of course, you don't have to use them in that way if you don't want to. Use them in whichever way you so choose. Then you've got MDF hearts. You've got 3 of those smaller hearts, 3 of the little tags. Or are they houses?
Well, yes, I'm thinking that's a nice little house.
You can decide with those, can't you? Then, of course, you've got your dog, which we've established is not a Shih Tzu. We think it could be a Retriever or a Labrador, or it could be a German Shepherd, I suppose, actually.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. It's a bit too big for a collie, isn't it?
I don't know.
A red setter, people
It's
say.
only about 5 inches high, so... Yeah.
Well, that's true, yeah. No, I do, yes. You can, whatever breed you'd like to make.
Absolutely, you can. So it could be a fantasy dog, it could be whatever colour you like to make him. You've also got your little acrylic heart, which is brilliant. You've got your clear acrylic in there. You can see I'm just peeling that backing off. You need to peel that off both sides, and you'll have your crystal clear acrylic ready for you to work with, perhaps with things like your alcohol inks. Words of inspiration, perfect for any art journal. So you've got Imagine and Memories, perhaps if you're doing a memory album. Some lovely little kind of gears and cogs and things like that. Then we've got your ATCs here, your coins, as you can see there, a selection of those. And then the pieces by yourself. We actually turned those round because they kept falling over.
Yeah.
But they do look good that way
We think that could be a really nice window, like, sort of church-style kind of window. Or, of course, you can have it as your shield if you wanted to go for that one. Anything you can do with that back? I don't know. What would that be?
We could use
like a massive acorn.
I don't know. It could be a big acorn. They've got little holes in as well, so again, they'd make a nice little kind of tag book or something like that. Oh, no, it hasn't. I thought you've got a hole at the top there, it's just a little mark.
Oh.
But it'd be easy enough for you to actually
put a hole
through
in.
easily,
Absolutely.
And then you've got MDF discs here. Nice size for coasters, those as well.
I love a coaster.
Yes. Yeah.
If I frequent a public house.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
If I ever frequent one, I mean, obviously, you know me, pure, don't often go. But I don't like it when they don't. If you get a pint of beer or a glass of wine and you put it on the side, if you don't get a beer mat with it, that I find when they drip. Yeah.
It's part.
I always have to ask for them.
It's like the tradition, isn't it?
Yeah, you should have one.
Yeah, definitely.
And
also,
then
if you pick it up, it drips all over your lap, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So, practicalities.
And a proper beer mat that you can tear in half. It does stick onto the nose, and you can do the "who threw that" gag, which works a treat.
See, I'm more of a flipper. You know, when you flip them,
Oh,
you ever
do you
done
do
it on
the
the
flipper?
table, yeah, and
Oh.
you flip and catch them.
How many can you do?
Oh, I haven't done it for quite a while now. Not very many, only about 3 or 4. I'm
Well,
not
I
very
think
good.
that's- I think we
And
should-
the coins on the elbow, have you done that
Oh
one?
yeah, the whole.
You do.
You've got to catch them.
Right.
I should have a great. I tell you, while your husband's at home counting toilet rolls,
Okay.
we should go
We'll
out
down
and
the
we
pub
should
and
do
some
pub
coin
games.
flicking.
That's what we'll do, and reminisce about the good old proper children's programmes. So do take advantage of your deal of the day. Of course, there's 799-587. It's just £11.98 for all of that. Of course, all of those and everything else on the show so far is on the web on hochanda.com. And if there's anything on there you like for your sunrise specials, you've only got now less than 20 minutes, about 19 minutes only, to take advantage of those and get those checked out of your basket before that time, so you do benefit from that price drop. Was that mixing? Did someone try and DJ mix that?
It was more of an awkward. Are you going to speak? Am I going to speak?
I know,
It's like that,
yeah.
who's going to hang up for? No, you say goodbye. No, I'm not going to say goodbye. You say
Are
goodbye.
you still there? Yeah. Right, if you would like to take advantage of your 7-day saver, then this is perfect. If there's a person that thinks, you know what, so many projects, maybe you've got a large project coming up you think this will be perfect for, or if you just find you are using your black stock cards, 300 GSMs, you get a really good thickness about these, and if you know that you're going to be using it, or if your past history has shown that you always just call upon it, or sometimes when there's those situations when you go, I needed it and it wasn't there, you look back at these kind of offers, don't you, go, if I just got it then,
Yeah.
if I got out my duvet and made the call or did it on web or whatever you're doing, £9.95 is going to get you now 50 sheets of 300 GSM of that cardstock that you are going to use, and you're going to be saving yourself a tenner. So it's worth it for that. But this is perfect for pretty much anything, isn't
Well,
it?
it is, yeah. I mean, it is one of those staple bread and butter items, and as you quite rightly said, perfect opportunity, 7-day saver to take advantage of that half-price deal. 300 GSM, so instantly you know you're going to be able to use it in lots of different ways. Things like your mediums, things like painting onto these. Think about spritzing these with anything that's kind of got an iridescence in it. You get a different look on black card than you would do to white card, so always very effective. Of course, things like your chalk paints as well, they sit nicely on a black cardstock. And the beauty is you could use this for things like your mixed media projects, even double it up and actually glue it in place. And you've got these 600 GSM there, which is almost like a board.
Right,
So, yeah. Nice, like this. Really good quality. Die cuts as well to perfection. But things like your boxes, your construction card, this is a must-have for sure.
Yeah, definitely get it. Just £9.95. It is your 7-day savers. So while it is there, please do take advantage. 245-930. It's only a really good deal if you get it. It's no good for otherwise
true.
looking
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Oh, you know, so...
And it's like you say, it's one of those just in case.
Yes.
Just in case you need it. For the sake of a tenner, especially if you're a Freedom member, that's delivered to your door. You've got that black card just in case you need it.
Just in case, yeah. 245-930-995. Now, we've also got for you your sunrise specials. We're down to the last sort of just under 15 minutes to go for these. So you can take advantage. Now, really, really busy. We've already had some sellouts on the show for you, but if you want to go for your home decor, for your chalk paints, you can see you've got your 3 different colours here, all as one offer. Then do take advantage of those. Get those into your basket. It's £11.92 only for the 3. 854-413. That's your item code. And don't forget, of course, you've got your 1-day special as well. Ooh!
I do like a good ooh.
I think it's underused.
We need more oohs.
I think so. I think today, let's
a
see how many
National Ooh
oohs.
Day.
Oh, yes!
You just walk up to people and go, ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, right, let's get one
that on the
an hour
calendar.
at least. Spot the ooh. Spot the ooh. You've had today's one in this show.
Ooh. Look at these. I love it. Now, of course, Phil was here 6 o'clock last night with our lovely Nikki launching a brand new one-day special. What a stonker. Absolutely amazing. Sentiments are key when you're making not only your cards, but your projects. And then what we've actually got with regards to these is that you've got lots of different phrases, some birthday related, some celebratory, some are just, well, you've got a woo-hoo there.
Oh, woo!
You've got a double whammy there. Love it. And lots of different styles of fonts. Now, you are going to get all 58 stamps, so all of these, which I think is brilliant value for money, and you've got the ability to spread the cost if you're wanting to.
I like it with the different fonts and all the different
Yeah,
styles
it's
in
nice,
that
isn't
as
it?
well,
Yeah.
which is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, something got. Oh, I've got a cardi moment coming on. I've got especially for you that you can see there.
I'll start swaying.
I'm just trying to think of songs now. Celebrate. That's Call of the Gang. Celebrate good time, wasn't it? Happy birthday, Stevie Wonder, of course.
Definitely.
This is basically a brilliant. Put your playlist together, isn't it?
Yeah,
All your songs you might want
it's
to
like
do
your
that.
guilty pleasure playlist, isn't it?
Yeah.
And these, I have to say, this is a brilliant set. If you're going off on classes and workshops, take these and you have pretty much got every occasion covered within here. You've got references to family members with some of these as well. I'm sure I just saw something on there, especially, like you say, especially for you. But they're different style fonts, so rather than just having a scripted font, you've got some solid fonts with these, so those are going to be beautiful if you're using something like an embossing powder, because it gives you the ability to see more of those mediums and get those effects. So I love that stitch detail there with the
that's
best
nice,
wishes.
yes.
Nice,
Yeah.
Good size stamps as always, so you know that they're going to be a focal point when you are working with them on your projects. But equally so, every little area has been filled in. So you've got little tiny sentiments there as well. Really nice mix. And you've got some brilliant names with regards to these, I have to say. You've got Boldtastic, you've got Beautifulistic, you've also got Grunge. Oh my gosh, grungy. You better say that one.
Where are we on this one?
Decorative-tastic.
Grungy-philistic.
Grungy-philistic.
That's a great
this
word.
Is Phil. I think Phil likes playing with presenters, so he gives them names because he knows we have to say them out loud. Cheeky. Really nice stamps. I like these. I like these a lot.
I like all these. They're
looking
actually
good.
perfect. In fact, just to see some of these, how they would actually work, have a look at these and give you some ideas and inspiration to how you might want to work with what you got in the offer for you. Have a look at this.
Be seamless by the time we get to the end.
I think so. Yeah, they caught us unaware. We were expecting that it would sting then.
We were
weren't
all ready to launch in with a conversation.
We were. I like. Do you know about that last one that was on from the inspirational footage we just looked
the
at?
cards, yeah.
That was sort of 1920. That's my favourite time.
Oh,
I think that
because
whole.
you liked all the spats and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that would have been, and I just like the whole sort of, the prohibition kind of thing and all that, and it's about alcohol again. The champagne glasses and everything like that was such really lovely time.
Iconic images, aren't they, from that era?
Yeah. Cool, I love all that. I love all that.
Lovely.
Right then, so we got our sunrise specials. You're holding it. Have you been a croupier before? You look like you've done that kind of wafting and holding before.
I've just been presenting for too long.
Nah, you're good at natural.
No, but the thing is, with all these packs, I wanted to hold them up because I don't think you can see just how fabulous they are when they're sat down on the counter. So, I mean, feel the weight of that bag of sequins. You've got loads of sequins in there, loads of little tiny elements in there. Lots of them have got holes in there so you could stitch them in place. You could even use them in conjunction with the buttons that we've got. So
yes, yeah.
Great within there. It shows the quality. But then you've got your embellishments. So you've got things like your paper flowers. Now you've got a couple of different packs of these. So you've got your monochromatics there with your golds, your greys, your black and your white. But of course with any of these you can change the colour of them, add in your inks, add in your spritzers. So those pink ones, you could give them more of a dusky pink look. I think they're really nice as well. So you've got 2 packs of those in there. Now with these, it's we're not sure whether the contents will vary. We know that you've got assorted designs, but we're going to try and keep it as close as we can to this particular collection. Your little coffee mugs, look at that.
I like them. They're brilliant. They're cool.
I like those. But you can actually stitch those. So if you were making something like a mug hug, or a mug rug, they're sometimes called. A mug rug is like a coaster, but you've got, you know how sometimes you have a cup of coffee and it goes a bit cold?
Yes.
It's like a little thing that you put around your mug to keep it, insulate it warm, keep it warm for a little bit longer. But I like that idea. So
That's a great gift idea.
Yeah, you could put
if anyone's ever making one, I'd love a
mug rug. There you go. Secret Santa, you never know.
You never know.
Little flowers as well. We've got these, and again, I mean, imagine using those with some of those sequins that just passed to Scott. You could have those in the centre. Really add some beautiful detail with those. The little teddy bears again. Sequins could be buttons coming down his little front there, or maybe his eyes. And again, look at that glittery. Are these handbags? Ooh.
Yeah, they're little. Yes.
Like those. Laura Sparkle going on there. In addition to that, you've got your fabric butterflies as well. You all right? Shall I pass these over to you as well, Scott?
Do. Do you want to pass all these
more
over?
flowers. I didn't notice those ones. So more antique type ones, more glittery content with those flowers there. The buttons, you're getting loads of these buttons in there. Interesting fact for you as well. Now, I always say this with a little bit of hesitation, but somebody well respected within the craft and the sewing industry once told me that the gap between holes in buttons are exactly the same regardless of the size of the button.
The gap between the holes
in the button?
Yeah,
you know when you've got
really?
There, yeah. So whether it's a small button or a larger button, they reckon that those holes are exactly the same. Now, obviously, a hole, you've got kind of the inner part and the outer side of the circle. So I don't know whereabouts it sits within there. But yeah, every one I've tried, it is true.
Is it?
But it doesn't seem
who
right.
told you this fact?
One of my old managers.
Oh, really?
When I used to work in the sewing machine industry. But there you go. And then you've got your fabulous kind of like laser cut ribbon that you've got here as well. Getting a lot within this set. All of this.
Under a tenner.
Beautifully modelled by the pair of us.
I think so. I think you're doing it better, actually. I've got mine a little bit in there. But just
I like
£9.
the wiggle of the hips you gave it then.
I thought that. Listen.
That added content. I love it.
It goes back to my dance lessons.
Is that what it
right?
is?
Yeah, because even if what your feet don't know what they're doing, smile. Do something that takes attention away from what you don't want to look at.
I love it. Oh, and I forgot about the leopard print as well.
Oh, yes.
The leopard print in there as well, so I forgot about those. Brilliant value then.
£9.99, 985 259. I'm going to try and do a cheeky moonwalk
Oh,
there.
look at you.
Yeah,
you,
I was trying to smile all the way. Look at me, Frank.
No, fabric. We're always busy for fabric and Good Morning Hochanda, and this morning exactly the same. And you can understand why. I mean, this is one of those, like I say, just-in-case fabrics.
Yeah, it's really nice, this, actually. And it is massive, again, what you're getting here.
Getting a 2-metre piece. It's 54 inches wide, which is a standard width with regards to your fabric.
Should we go width this time? We went length last time.
We did, yeah.
Should we go width?
But the thing is, this could be a tablecloth. If you wanted to. I mean, that would go over my kitchen table. And with the new grey cupboard doors, then that would look perfect. A little spark.
Is it in place now? Have you got the new cupboards in?
No, they're delivering it Saturday, so it won't be till April at least before it actually goes up. There you go. I can just sit and look at my doors.
Oh, you see, that's nice.
I like it.
Doors and toilet rolls. I must come round.
The winter nights fly by in our house, honestly they do.
I bet they do. I love it. No, if you do want to get this for £11.98, it is absolutely gorgeous, that, and it is a lovely thickness about this as well that you go and see. I love the sprinkles.
It's a really good weight. And of course, Mill Shop Online, so if you are deciding to go for more than one repeat of those, then it will be a complete piece. And as I say, if you're making curtains, brilliant value.
Can I just do a quick fabric stroke? Because I think it was mentioned by Heather earlier on that we hadn't done the fabric stroke.
Oh, I say, you're good at that.
Both hands, ambidextrous.
Hey.
I can do both at the same time as well. Oh, look at that. I can even do the classic. Oh, that. Yeah.
Oh,
the hold and thumb wiggle.
Oh, yeah. Loving that style.
Enough of a good thing, everybody. Enough of a good thing. I'm getting quite warm. Yes, lovely. Staying with our greys, but I know we have got... What was the yellow on this one? It's
Bavarian, wasn't
Bavarian,
it? Yeah.
The classic, well-known Bavarian yellow.
I know. I always thought it was very kind of red, if I remember. I don't know. And kind of, well, the colours of the German flag, really, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's lots of gold colours.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where it's come from as well.
You know, different banana. Perhaps it was supposed to be banana and somebody misunderstood. There was a crackle on the line.
So, yeah, we've got grey, we've got the dark grey, yeah. A banana, Bavaria.
Bavaria, yeah, no problem. We'll put that on the label.
The classic fruit, Bavaria. We'll go Bavaria yellow. Perfect. £11 and I hope that's the story behind it. I really genuinely
Do some research.
What colour is that you've used on that lovely little sideboard that you've worked on there now? Well, it's Bavarian banana. It's a bit of a mix. £11.92 though, and you're getting 8 ounces in each one of those, so you get an awful lot. Do we work out about half a litre between all three of them?
Yeah, I mean, where am I? You're not far off a quarter of a litre with each of them, aren't you? 250ml would be a quarter, so yeah.
It's good, that. It's good, that.
Good coverage.
854 413. We're down to the last minute or so to get this that price. So do take advantage of those. But really, really lovely. Great price points as well.
And if you are thinking of working on furniture, then do bear in mind, make sure you've got enough of these. So please do for 2 or 3 of these. Because you don't want to kind of go 2/3 up your wardrobe doors and then find you've got to change to a different colour, do you?
No. There's only so far your banana will spread. So take advantage. Right. Whoa. How long have we got left on the...
5 seconds.
Oh, right. Well... 30 seconds.
Well, that's a bit like, then our floor manager suddenly went, oh,
I know, to be honest. I have had girls say goodbye to me quicker than that, to be honest, in the past, so let's not worry about that. Listen, thank you for joining both Hayley and myself for this hour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and well done on the bargains if you got them. But you are, what time?
Straight after the break, so do join myself and Leonie. It's one of our regular crafting days with Clarity coming up after the break. See you a bit later on.
See you soon. So we've got Crafted with Clarity with a lovely Hayley going to be there with you. Then we've got, of course, your one-day special with myself, Sentimentally Yours. And then we've got Tando Creative as well, all here on Hochanda.
If you love cake and you love to bake, we've got something you're going to enjoy. Here at Hochanda's Crafty Kitchen, we'll be introducing you to brand new guest demonstrators from the world of baking and cake decorating, who will be on hand to inspire you with sugar flour making techniques, food flavouring ideas, baking kits in a bottle, and as well as showcasing some very fashionable kitchen aprons. Watch out for brand new products, some very bespoke to the baking world, but others you can utilise within the world of craft, which will allow you more flexibility between the different mediums. Intrigued? Well, set your temperatures, set your timers, and tune in every fortnight to see what's in the oven on the Crafty Kitchen.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty. Did you say you wanted 24 hours of crafting on your TV? OK then, calling all Freeview viewers from the 2nd of October, that's exactly what you've got.
Hello there and welcome back. Now I understand what Scott was talking about. He was talking about your new hair and a fringe. I was thinking, what are you on about? But
got a
look,
blunt fringe.
Very nice. I like it. Very trendy.
Yes, do you think?
Yeah.
Hairdresser were really sweet last night because normally I have a lovely Gemma. But a different hairdresser last night, she was like, oh, no one asked me for anything different. Because everyone's a bit, same. But yeah, we've got...
No, it's nice to go and do something quite dramatic.
I can't remember what she called it. A thing, you've got that, and then...
graduation.
Yeah, no,
graduation,
it's... they're a thing...
Oh,
I
is it?
can't remember what it's called.
It's called a thing?
Yeah, I don't remember.
But it looks good.
The fringe had a name, and this block had a name, who knows? Can't remember
In
now.
the days, it was just a fringe. In the good old days.
No, it's like, yeah.
Anyway, we digress. Now, of course, regularly you're here. Is it every Friday, the last Friday of every month, isn't it?
Yeah, that's when I wear my Clarity hat, which is marvellous. Whether it be showing my product, whether it be showing cool product from Clarity. It's lovely because obviously under the Clarity umbrella, we have so many fabulous products. Obviously, Cherry's joined the gang as well now. Because I've had Cherry stamps on. I've loved Cherry for years and years. She's amazing. So yeah, it's really good. I know next time... I can't say anything because it's a secret.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll shut up, Leonie.
Yeah, because it's going to come out. You know what's going to happen.
I know.
Now,
I've got a really bad memory, so I forget secrets.
I'm trying to get off the subject so you don't say it, because I know you will. I know what you like. Now, do jump ahead. We've got loads of fabulous deals. Configurations you might not have come across before, elements you may have missed out on previously. But we're kicking things off with these.
We are. Now, these have only had one outing.
Oh, have they?
And they were seriously busy, so we thought, let's bring them back again, because this is a problem with our industry. Things move too quick.
They do, yeah.
And before you know it, it's like we've gone on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing.
But so you're missing out on useful things.
Yeah. And I'm only here once a month.
Yeah.
So it's been a few months since you've seen them and they've only had one outing, and it's a shame.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's so many different techniques we can do. These are these are my deconstructed stamps from my stencils. So some of the stencils designs, I wanted to take some of the images out. A, so they'll work alongside the stencils, but B, because they're the standalone imagery as well, which I'm really, really pleased with. Then you see, for instance, if I pick up one of my clean stencils, yeah, I know, it's filthy. But you'll see some of the images in that one, deconstructed. Sorry, I'm looking for a piece of white card. I haven't got one. But deconstructed, made into stamps. So that's what I've done. I've deconstructed.
Got people's details on the back of everything with these.
Rather than it being plain, everything's, I know, they're ever so good at the team. I'll just pile them up.
Okay.
But you can see the team have used them. Hold on a minute. That's not these. That's not these, that's not these. There we go. You can see the team have used them in so many different ways. You can pattern build with them, which is fantastic. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out because none of these are these. You can do so much with them. I love this one from Fantastic Sarah. Sarah always does this wonderful magazine kind of look. You know, where she takes out elements from magazines. I just think that's amazing.
That.
And I love the fact she chops the heads off. It just makes me laugh, Sarah.
In that.
Absolutely love it. Mixing them up with the gorgeous stencils, creating completely different looks, which looks absolutely sensational. So many different ways, and I have to thank the team, obviously, who are phenomenal as ever. They're just such a fantastic team. But yeah, there's so many things you can do. I give up.
We're desperately trying to pass these. I'm like, I don't know, I can't find any more. But we'll look at these in closer detail as the hour progresses, because of course we want to see Ligoni demonstrating, don't we? 850-114 if you're wanting to get hold of these. Jump onto the website. There's lots on the website. Whether you're looking at going for those individual stamp sets, $14.99, brilliant value for money. But check out the deal where you're getting 4 sets and the saving is around £15. Means that you're paying for 3 and pretty much you're getting that 4th one for free. They are very popular. Again, those gorgeous medallion stars there, those gorgeous circles there, circus circles. Again, you've got combinations that you can get hold of individuals, but do check out the bumper bundles as well, because that's where you'll find the biggest savings. Now, of course, you don't need recommendations when it comes to Leonie stuff. We know it's going to work, but we have got those 5-star reviews there. So if you do want to check out what like-minded crafters have been thinking about these products, then please do so. And don't forget, you will need those bases to work on. So perhaps check out some of those watercolour pads there, because you've got that little petite pad that works alongside it. But of course, we're going to work with Leonie and all these fabulous things that we're bringing to you in this hour.
Marvellous, thank you, Haley. Right, do you know what I was looking at? And this is, we were giggling because as we were going through samples, all my art journals fell on us, didn't they?
Yeah, loads.
Right, I've dug these out because this is why I love art journaling. There's, you know, some people aren't into it yet, but this is why I love it because, for instance, look, it's a... You record all your different stages.
Yes.
You record all your different, I don't know, all the different ways you've played.
Yes.
All the different techniques that you've used. I mean, it might be, and this is why this is cool, because I've brought these out, you know, over the year, to be fair. It means starting blocks. You know, I can see where, with this, my product range, where the actual journey began. And I love that. I can see where my mind was, like that one, cleaning the page up.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? This one was really, really early on because I had my stamps there. And it's so interesting.
Well, it's good to revisit this because it'll give you the inspiration to bring new things to the range that you know will work with those previous pages. And of course, they're never finished really, are they?
Absolutely. And the thing is, I wouldn't, me being me, I'd never be able to find the first cards I ever did with my range. These are the first things I ever did with my range.
Wow.
And I know it because these were with Barbara's Beautiful Stamps. So these were the very first prints I did with my range. I love that.
That's nice.
I love seeing, okay, this is where I started with my range.
It's like a photo album of art, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then it goes on, you know, there's completely different techniques. Then it's mixing and matching them with somebody else's products, obviously. You know, that's darkroom door stamps. And stencils, which go absolutely beautiful with my dies. This is why I love my journals.
And it's funny, as we were going through the spiky circles, as I call them, I remember seeing you actually design those. I don't know whether it's when you were working with the stamps or the stencils, but I remember seeing you sitting there and coming up with the creations.
Yeah. Because I work on an iPad, other things are available.
It's like one of those magic pens.
And with my magic pen, it's well good. Yeah, I took it at hairdressers last night because I wanted to work at hairdressers, and instead I fell asleep in the chair while she was putting my files in.
That probably did you much better. Actually.
So
it's probably everything needed.
You know, when you start rocking, I actually start going forward, so she had to sort of pull me back.
Strap you in.
I was falling asleep.
Good, you needed a bit of relaxation tonight.
But it's not where you want to be dropping off, is it?
It's all the photos that have appeared on social media as a result of it. That's
so embarrassing. Anyway, so yeah, I want to show you that because it's cool, it's interesting. I'm very lucky. I have got a lot of art journals. Basically, I sell them on my website, but also sell them here.
Yes,
you know, a lot of them are Pink Pig, and you know, I'm very lucky. So I'm starting now. I'm going to use this. It's funny because while we're in this week, our lovely Marianne, so it inspired me to get out my embossing powders. I've been an idiot. I took the WOW ones. I borrowed all Paula's at the minute, but I went and took them home, so they're still in my carrier bag. But I've got loads of embossing powders, but the WOW ones are beautiful, and I am putting my order in. But this is just embossing. It is embossing fluid, but it's in a dauber, so it allows me to put it where I want.
Would you use this to re-ink your pad, or just use it as you are now?
Just use it as you are now, yeah. I'm going to put on now, this is actually a Stampenders product, but it's a thick embossing powder.
Okay.
So I'm popping that on first, and I'm going to get a piece of paper, there we go, to catch the excess.
If you want me to pop anything back in,
super, thank you.
Pass them my way.
Very much indeed. There we go, our hair. Don't bother popping top on, I will be using it again in a sec. So, let's get this now. I'm not worried and I'm going to put the heat up, if some of the speckles fall off, I'm not bothered. You know, I'm layering this up. I do not need this to be perfect. I quite like it when I manage to actually emboss some of the escapees.
Oh, yeah.
I quite like that. I think it's quite cool. Now, using a thick embossing powder, it is quite cool. Using a thick embossing powder is quite nice because when you stamp into it, you get a really cool texture. And that's what we're aiming for. I'm working on black card for a change, just because I wanted it to be quite striking.
Yeah.
Because it does look quite cool. So, now I'm doing a long strip. My stamps aren't this long, but that's okay. And I am going to be using my stamps. So first layers down, and see, I like catching these extra bits. I like that. Some you'll catch, some you won't, they'll disappear. But it is quite cool. I mean, you probably are better working on a big piece of paper or something.
Yeah.
So all these bits that have escaped, you can catch. I put this on while the powder's still wet, and I'm hoping it was, well, it's still hot. Well, it's still molten. I'm hoping at the top it was molten enough. Not quite, but it's okay. I'll catch that again. And what I am going to do, like I was saying, I am going to put a piece of paper there, so I actually start to catch some of the bits that come off. So again, going in. I am using the Wow heat gun, which is over heat gun. It has got to, it's fast to slow, so I could use it on the slow setting.
Yeah.
If I'm more patient and I use it on the slow setting, it means I won't lose things.
Why do we do that? It's like shaking bottles. We're talking about things that have got mica in that you don't want to shake, but you automatically, it's like a mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I can just, can you see? If you have missed some, you can literally just sprinkle it on. And because I'm using the lower setting, see, silly, isn't it? Silly. Do check
you need to watch yourself.
Oh, all right. It's what we do and what we tell other people to do. Because I know my brain's going to turn up the speed.
Yes.
And I'm really having to fight my own brain. Which, you know, it's a thing, isn't it?
This is really effective. I love that.
I love the white on the black. It looks super cool, doesn't it? Check the website for your Wow embossing powder, because, the Wow heat gun and the embossing powders, of course. Right, okay, so I'm happy with that layer. So I've got my first layer down, and this time I am going to speed it up.
Just to seal it all, yeah?
Yeah, and I want to get it really molten. Now, while that hand's doing that, this hand...
Do you want me to hold that?
I'm right.
This
hand, I'll ink the pad up, I'll ink the stamp up. You can ink yours while you're waiting, you know, before you even do this, when you remember. Now, I'm only doing that first block.
Okay.
Because that first block is where the stamp's going to hit. So it's that bit I want molten. Leave it a couple of seconds and then stamp into it. Now, I'm using... This isn't an outline stamp, this is a solid stamp.
Okay.
And the beauty of this is, because it's a solid stamp, it means you can see the white seeping through.
Yeah.
Which is a bit cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is where you cross your fingers. I have inked it up first, so when I peel that back, you get that look. Okay, which is cool, isn't it? Now, second element. So what I'm going to do, I want this to be molten again. Now, the lovely thing about this is I can just be quite specific which area I actually emboss. So I'm going in for this area, and I'm actually going to put another layer of embossing powder on. So just getting that nice and molten. Again, if you want it thicker, add some of the ultra thick, which is cool. So I can just pop a little bit more of that ultra thick there. So it's like filling the gaps in.
Yeah.
I don't do this. Some people like to ink in between.
Yes.
I don't like to do that. I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
If it's molten, you've got it. You know, you don't need to mess about inking in between. You don't need to wait for it to cool. Why wait for it to cool when you can do it while it's hot?
Oh, okay, different colour.
I'm going to put a different colour on. So this is a really nice light. Now, can you see that's more or less melted on contact? Because that's so hot, and this is why you don't need to wait.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot, when you put another powder on, it starts to melt immediately. And I love this. I love playing with powders. It's funny because I haven't done embossing for ages. And yet I were mega into triple thick enameling.
It's funny, isn't it, how you do go through those different almost fashions.
Yeah. Again, I'm doing it a block at a time. Determined I'm doing that because of my stamps. So again, I leave it a couple of seconds and then I'm stamping into it. I love seeing that movement of the embossing powder.
Now, we're using clear stamps, so it's okay to work alongside doing that. 'Cause in our heads, we think about red rubber for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Your clarity stamps are absolutely fine with heat.
Okay.
Not a problem whatsoever. Have a go with all your clarity stamps. Some stamps work better than others for this kind of technique, but just practice. And I mean, it's not damaged the stamp at all. I have put ink on, because I love the colour, but but B, it helps protect the stamp. I'm going to
love
remember
that,
to
'cause
re-ink.
it kind of gives a graduation
Doesn't
of
that
that
look
blue,
cool?
yeah.
I love this blue running through it. I don't need it to be too high, intense, but it looks so effective. I love the little blue there as well. And the way that sort of melted again, but still retained a little bit of definition. And then the last bit. I just think it's really cool. And because of the stamp design, and this is why I wanted some solid stamps within the range, because if this was a line stamp, it'd only be the lines that were going into the embossing powder. So it works the opposite way. And that's why I like this. Your solid stamp, use these with your micas. So put them on and then put your micas on as well.
Lovely. You've got them up on the screen there. You can see that you'd be paying $14.99 for each one of those. Yeah, with this you're not. You've got $14.99 saving, which equates to one of those sets. 2 flexi buys if you're wanting to get hold of. You've got positives and negatives in that particular set that Leonie's working with at the moment. So different results, different effects. I love that idea of building those up. 850-114 if you're wanting those. But of course, Leonie's here demonstrating these now. So if you want to get hold of them, please do. With a lot of these ranges, there are stamps and stencils to represent each of them, different sizings, but of course they work well together. So before you check out your basket with your stamps, do take a look at some of those stencils, because I think you'll find that you'll have much more usability if you do want to go for those, and the details of which are at the bottom of the screen on this occasion.
This is very satisfying.
It looks good.
It's very satisfying. It's seeing the embossing powder going in the veins of the stamp. Yeah, it's lush. And I'm not actually going to do too much to this one when I've done this, because there we go. And you allow it a couple of seconds. Look at that big blob.
Wow, nice.
Fabulous. The texture is so cool. Absolutely adore doing things like this.
That looks really good.
Oh, I'm so pleased I started messing about with embossing powder again. I need to say thank you to Marion, because she's very inspirational. She's a very inspirational lady.
Was it last week she was in?
I think it was
so you'll be able
on
to
last
watch
week.
that show back on Rewind. So yeah, check that out.
It was, just fab show. Look, when you dust it off now, you can see that image really pop, which looks fabulous. Now, the stencil that matches, there's your stencil. So if I take the stencil that match, I'm going to take one of my Distress Oxides this time. Because your Distress Oxide will work on dark cardstock. So it means, obviously, they're going to mix and match perfectly. So it allows me now to extend that image out. And I don't need to extend it a lot. I just want to bring it out in parts. Like this.
Lovely. Now, the stencil details are on your screen. That's not just for the stencil that Leonie's working with. You are getting a set of 4, and you can see lots of different shapes in there. Don't forget, rotate them round, flip them over. You get lots of different permutations. £14.92 for all 4 of those. That is a brilliant price. And again, that £5 saving on substantial when you're looking at the original price of $19.92. 085479 if you're wanting those.
I'm
nice.
I'm happy with my stencils. Very happy with my stencils.
Was it the stencils that came first, or was it stamps? I can't remember now.
Chicken or egg.
Yeah,
stencils.
Was it the stencils?
It was the stencils. It's funny, isn't it? Because, like I was saying, we move so quick, but
It's quite sad sometimes. Everybody's one. And I remember that when I used to have my craft shop, I'd have people come in, and they might come in like 1 month, next month they'd come in, what have you got new? And it was like, we've got so much stuff that we forget that we've got that's so usable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think because we get new viewers all the time, and we tend to forget we get new viewers all the time. I'm splashing it just with a bit of water, because obviously Distress Oxide works and reacts with water, so the splodges will react with that water. I'm then going to I've die cut my circles.
Oh yeah, we've got these
So I've
as
just
well,
die cut with the in the black, because I thought that would look really cool just overlaid. Nice. Because it's going to almost sort of highlight that blue element there. I didn't know whether to use 1 or 2. Decisions. I kind of want to use 1, but I kind of like 2. So I'll see, because that's my first element, and then now where have I put my other bits?
Now,
Bear
with
with
these,
everyone,
I'm
I'll
just
have a
going to quickly
rummage.
show you the picture, because obviously Leonie's gone to the
you show that
circles on
part
this
of this.
occasion, but you have actually got the scribble squares with these as well, because you're getting both of these. You've got 5 dies in total, so it's split over those 2 sets, £29.98. And of course, they're beautiful quality with regard to these. So when you are working with these, you'll recognise the clarity dies straight away. Fresh cut dies, they give you those fabulous coating on there, which means that you're going to get that wonderful coating on there, which means that you've got that quick release with these. Took them, Barbara, a long time to get dies exactly how she wanted them to be. And of course, you see that regularly now with all of these. So if you're wanting the nested square scribbles or the nested heart scribbles, the heart squirrels, little squirrels with hearts on. That's the next set. Oh, I've let the cat out of the bag. That's it. You're coming with squirrel dies next, aren't you? I'm so
Can
sorry.
you imagine? Just really random squirrel.
We could just go down the counter and then suddenly go, squirrel!
I'd love that. I'd love that. That'd make me really happy. So what I'm going to do now, the grey board. I love the grey board.
Okay.
I really, really love the grey board. The grey board. Please don't just get this out the packaging and throw it away.
Okay.
Because you also get the masks, and the masks are fabulous.
Okay.
I really love working with these.
Right.
They're seriously cool. So don't chuck it away. I can't find the other ones though. Oh, Ben, have I got a second sample of the grey board?
The grey board, yeah.
Not these two, the other two designs.
I will find those in a few
because,
moments.
So what I'm going to do is just paint these up, and I've got my paint down there.
Wonderful.
And I am going to go for red paint.
Yeah, well, hearts, you two tend to think of it, and on this, it's really going to pop out with
Exactly. And I want it to pop. I want it to be really, really striking. So there should be, thank you, Ben.
These are the ones we're after?
Yes, the other two designs. Because I actually want, can I cut those up?
Can I show them to the people first? Because they might never see them like this again. And again, as Leonie said, they do come. You've got obviously your grey board there, and you've got your masks, and of course depicting the stencils. You've got what was it, 4 designs in total. So the ones that Leonie's just shown us with the arrows and the hearts, and then of course you've got these. But more importantly, you've got those masks as well. Give you more use with these. £17.97 for all of those. There you go.
They are superb.
Perfect, beautiful.
Really, 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 really like these. Really, 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 really recommend them. The masks are fabulous, but they just give you such cool finished effects. Now, I've painted the heart. I normally would put gesso underneath, but because, as usual, I'm rushing, and I wasn't, you know me, I wasn't organised. If anyone watched, I did a Facebook Live, and at 1:30 I still didn't know what I was doing. So, you know. Now, what I'm doing with this, on this, can you see there's little eyes? These, they could be wings for the hearts, or of course I've put the little antennae so you could make butterflies out of them. But when I designed these ones, these was like the second set, and these were after the hearts, so I wanted them to work with the hearts, really. So I'm putting on the white gesso, first of all. I am just going to white gesso the wings, because I think that'll look lovely. Now, because this is grey board, if you wanted to put embossing powder on these, it'd work. If you wanted to put texture paste on, it'd work, because it's a grey board. Grey board is fabulous if you're using loads of different, wrong brush. Loads of do you know what? I picked this brush up to use the white, and the other brush I was keeping for the red, and I absolutely did it the wrong way around. Yeah, they're fabulous, and they give you a bit of texture. The thing is, when you're working on your... See, that's why it's all red. When you're working in your art journal, it's not too much texture. Because I do like a bit of texture in my art journal, but sometimes you do want your pages to close, so you don't want it too intense, okay? And it don't matter if I put white gesso on all of that, because obviously, you know, white gesso is amazing and you can go over the top. Yeah. It's nice painting while they're in situ, because it's easier. They're held in place, so it's a lot easier than faffing. However, if you do paint them in situ, just be careful when you pop them out, because it is grey board. And you won't paint, because when you paint them inside, obviously you're not going to paint your edges. You might not want to. Sometimes those dark edges, because obviously they're all laser cut, sometimes those dark edges, laser machine cut anyway, they look quite nice, because they give you a bit of emphasis. So can be quite nice. I'm not letting these dry proper. You let them dry proper at home. I'm rushing.
Okay, okay. Because I was going to ask that, because obviously with the grey board, if you put paint on there, does it swell, and that means you can't pop them out? But
no, not too bad.
It's not going to take too long to dry anyway.
Yeah, and these little elements, you can use these. You know, don't chuck anything away, because look, when you start to layer these, I do get a bit obsessive. But those you can really play with as well.
Teardrops or something like that.
Yeah. They're dead cool. So have a little box for all the bits as well. Just pop them to one side. Let's start playing with this now. So I've got my die cut circles.
And we are busy for those dies, incidentally. You can get the circles as well as the squares that we touched on. Brilliant value there. Look at that, £10 saving, £29.98, 308952. Were there just these 2 designs in the range, or were there others that people can look at?
There is so far. I have done more. So hopefully they'll be coming. Because I think... I wanted, you know, the stencils. I think a lot of the stencils will make really good dies.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I want to go as well. So yeah, there is. I've just been so busy, that's the problem. You end up juggling. You end up juggling.
That's why you end up falling asleep at the hairdressers.
God, I can't believe I've done that. So bad. I had to have a full fat. Drink that's brown colour and something to do with Christmas. Other drinks are available.
I think I know what you mean.
I never have them. And it's like, that really woke me up. They were like, boom.
I do like going to the hairdresser. It's very relaxing when you have somebody washing your hair and stuff like that. So I can sympathise with you.
She were only putting the colour on. It were like, absolutely. But it were when I started like dunking on the chair.
How far forward did you fall?
Only a minute. But
you do that thing, don't you? Just doze off and you go, oh.
Yeah.
And then you think you've been asleep for hours.
Yeah. I'm just glad I didn't start chatting on.
Oh, well, I would have been dribbling.
Yeah, snoring in hairdressers. Now we have to decide, do I do 1 or 2? And this is when the overhead camera is the best thing since sliced bread. I actually do like 2 on this. I think that looks really cool, and then to bring that in, because I think that has given it such emphasis. So I'm going to put 2. I'm using, rather than glue on this, only because I couldn't really find it, but I do like I'm using my gel medium. It's a matte gel medium. I love the matte gel mediums because you can't see them obviously when they dry, but it means it is gonna stick on properly. And when you're working on embossing powder, because embossing powder is like a plastic, so your gel medium will stick on beautifully. Now all you need to do is decide where your wings are going. So I quite like the wings over there. Let's have a little look. See, feel. Hola, Phil. He's giggling. Morning, love. Phil's in building.
That's Phil Martin, yeah. He's coming up at 9 o'clock. Of course, we launched his one-day special here last night. It's a fabulous set of sentiments. Loads of different fonts, but we'll see those in about half an hour's time.
Oh, I like that. That's where it's going. So, now I can just let's get that adhesive on. Don't panic about it moving at first. It will move at first because gel medium needs a little bit of time to dry. It's funny, I remember seeing Finnebar. It was Finnebar I first saw using gel medium, and I thought, what is it with this gel medium? And now everybody's using it.
But it's brilliant because it just holds everything in place,
doesn't it? Yeah. It's such a good product. There we go. And then, dink, happy with that. The lovely thing about those as well, the grey board, you can obviously add loads to them. Now, where did I put my words? You can add loads to them. So if you want to put little highlights, little drawn highlights, you can do that. I did have my words out.
Oh, hold on, there you go.
There they are. See, this is
There's a system. There is a system.
Oh, it's so ridiculous.
Now, these have been very popular. These are kind of are these ones your Leones? Yeah. So penned or came from Leone's lips to your ears, so to speak. And you've got all these wonderful little sentiments. I love this. What else matters? Just little stickers. Now you've got a variety of different ones. Same sentiments, but some are on black, some are on white. So you've kind of got that contrast, but they're all uncoated, so you can change the colour of them if you're wanting to.
Now, what shall I go for? let's go for...
Do you know what? I've only just noticed they're in alphabetical order on this one.
This one is.
Yeah.
After that, Loopy Donut.
Well, there you go. That's alphabet. That's the alphabet for you.
We could have fun. What else matters? We could have joy. What else matters? Joy. Let's have joy. Obviously, a lot of other things. Well, yeah. Joy sort of encompasses quite a lot of things, though, doesn't it? And then Wally. What else matters? What else matters, Wally?
Oh, see,
I love that.
What else matters? Kittens. Featured on there as well. Oh, fluffy. Puppies.
Let's put it on there. I have got one that says something like, you know, the best thing ever, puppies. Something like that on one of my art journals. So I'm nearly finished, I promise. But then, last thing, so getting my pens. Because, of course, the beautiful thing with this is you can then... Oh, I do this all the time.
You put it on top of your pens?
All the time. I've got all this space. I always put it in the pen. I drive myself mad. I think I'm going mad. Right, because you're watching it live on TV. So, there we go. But you're like, yeah, whatever, Leona. You've been doing this for years. You're still here. Still doing the same thing.
And doing it well.
And still going a little bit insane on our TV, so it must be all right. There you go. I love doing this, because now that grey board with your little bit of gesso, you can add all your own touches.
These are Jane Davenport pens?
They are,
nice.
they are. I'm using these because I can find them and because I love this pen. But look, I adore this because this is wide enough to put, and it doesn't matter that I've got a nice shaky hand this morning, #coffee, because it works, you know. No, right, coffee gives me shake sometimes. And then just go around here as well. There, I will stop because I know I've been doing this page for about half an hour. But I am happy with that.
That looks good, like that.
That one, I might put a bit of glue under that, but I'll do that after.
Perfect.
Looks effective, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
So what you've got loads of different texture, you've got different colours, but it all works together. And that stamp with triple thick enamelling works a treat.
It does indeed. It's nice to see a page built up on a dark background as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
quite often we go in light, don't we? But it does
and that
make a
just
difference.
pops, doesn't it? That blue embossing powder doesn't it look cool?
Beautiful.
Well chuffed with that.
Yeah, you should be as
Boom.
well. Thank you, Leonie. Enjoyed that. But of course, deal of the day, we've got one for you. We launched this at 7 o'clock this morning. It's a Tando one. We've got the lovely Di Oliver here as well. Lots of you taking advantage of these. You've got a fabulous set of substrates here. So you've got things like your grey board in here. You've got your MDF. You've got your artist trading coins. You've got words of inspiration. It really is a bumper bundle there. And you're saving £12 on each one of those you go for. I say each one because I know lots of you will be stocking up and going for multiples of these. So by all means, I guess you can do so. 799-587 if you're wanting to pop those into your basket. And of course, they'd work well alongside the things that Leonie has brought to us because, of course, that's what it's all about. Mixed media, adding that interest, adding those layers. And with the first set here, those stencils, and so those stamps, should I say, that Leonie was working with, absolutely perfect for creating that very unique look. I'm going to try that. I like that. I've got ultra thick. We get that ultra thick embossing powder. There might have been a fashion for it at the time when we got it, but then it just sits in your craft room, doesn't it? So what a wonderful occasion. And of course, with the designs that Leonie's put together, you've got the perfect amount of relief with these. Clarity stamps, always quality, even when you're going into UHT, and if you are going into your ultra thick embossing powder, not UHT, it's your milk, isn't it? Your ultra thick embossing powder, not your UHT, your long life milk.
Into your yogurt.
Yeah, getting myself mixed up there. But you've got your positives and your negatives with these, and I love that idea because you can really have lots of interest. £44.98 if you, 97 pence if you're wanting these. It's all going so well this morning. 2 flexi buys at £22.49. Yeah, keeping my elbows in check. 850114 if you are wanting those. Very quickly, I'm going to give you some of my other bits and pieces I've got for you, just while Leonie's getting herself ready. So, of course, this is a brilliant one. Got to pick a mix, and you can choose any 2 of these. Now, we saw them individually on the website. They were coming up at, was it about $14.99 or something like that? You've got these $14.99 each. Wow, 2 of them for $24.98. And the beauty is you choose. So it's not the top 2, it's not the bottom 2, it's whichever combination you want. And these are brilliant. You've got lots of kind of fabulous designs in here. I love this. It's like a pinwheel effect. Now, you've got your wings here. Spread your wings and allow yourself to fly. I'm not going to lie, I thought she said rings in my ear, but then I read the sentiment and I thought, no, it was wings, wasn't it? Need to get my ears cleaned out. Next one we've got, and these are those doodles. You know, if you've ever tried to do those doodles, but you don't get the right effect, then here you go. Leonie has taken care for you. And this one is the adventure. Oh, look at this. On to the next great adventure. I love that scripted font there. Absolutely beautiful. This one here, again, lots of content. So you've got your different elements that you could build up and decoupage maybe if you want to build in layers with these. This one's called Art, and there is no greater way to escape than that offered by art. And isn't that true? Absolutely beautiful, as you can see there. And again, this is the 4th one of your choices. Let me not forget to live whilst lost in our dreams. And that one, obviously, is the dream one, and I love that. Again, such beautiful designs. Whichever of those you choose for your pick and mix, you know that you are going to have so much creativity with these. Whether you're simply just taking your colours and building them up like so, whether you're going 3-dimensional, using some of your paper folding, maybe you're going to be adding them as a backdrop, again, just as you can see here, like Sarah's done again with one of those cutouts. Using your stencils alongside these, of course, everything coordinates so beautifully, and that's the key thing. Whichever style of crafting you are working with, these stamps are going to be absolutely perfect for your style. Love that, kind of like the flowers coming up, love it. £24.98, 911 AM 505 if you are wanting those. What's not to want about them? Brilliant. A fabulous deal with those, fabulous price, as is the case with this next bundle. And this has been very, very busy. First, 2 sets of dies that we've had from Leonie on this kind of scribble style with these concentric shapes. So you've got your squares. So you can see they're really good sizes with regards to those. And you've also got your circles, which we saw Leonie using the 2 of those together. The little heart you can see in the centre there, again depicting that design. And then those little kind of cross hatches that we see Leonie add quite often with a micron pen. She's actually captured those in these dies as well. So of course teaching those, learning those techniques from Leonie means we can use these in so many different ways. Little example here of how she worked with it with that particular card. I'm going to just pop that there just for a moment while I grab the journal page that we just saw created, again using those dies, showing you exactly why you need to invest in these, because they're just so useful. Sometimes you don't want clean and simple and geometric. You want a circle with personality, and that's what you've got here. 308-952, £29.98 is your price on that one. And you're getting both of them. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, because I'm sure we will see more added to the range as time goes on, just when she gets the time. Sadly, I can't help her with that, but there you go. Next one that we've got for you are stencils, and this kind of amalgamation of stamps and dies and stencils all bringing together in that same theme means you're extending the usability. Again, we've been busy. I'm guessing the reason being because it's like you're paying for 3 of these, but we're sending you 4 of them. Doodle elements there. Again, you can see where you've got that circular motion that's going to be perfect with those circular scribbles we saw. Of course, more angular scribbles with this particular one, but of course that is just perfect replication of the stamp that we saw as well, so everything will work together. Now with these are kind of, what do you see? Do you see flowers with these? Do you see people? It could be a crowd of people, couldn't it, with these? Horizontally, it might have a totally different look to it. And this particular one, are you seeing bubbles? Are you seeing pebbles? Are you seeing, well, it could be whatever you want it to be. And again, giving you that perfect medium for you to build up your design with these. Absolutely beautiful. I love this idea. And this could be where you're laying the stencils down, you're just picking up ink that's just on your brayer. Absolutely beautiful. Again, stencils, you can pop your mediums through these. You can even put them through your die cutting machines. Put your clear gel mediums. So again, that's exactly the same there. As you can see, you've got those kind of vertical pieces there. But how different do those look? And yet again, a different look again. Absolutely amazing. If you fancy getting hold of these, details are on your screen there, and you're getting all 4 of those for just £14.92. Do not miss out on them. 085 479. Now, of course, Leonie was working with the grey board pieces. Well, we've got those all here, as you can see. So whether you're making up butterflies from those elements, whether you're giving your hearts wings like Leonie did, whether you're using those arrows to point the eye in the direction of where you want it to go, you have got all of these pop-outs with the masks as well. And, of course, the masks are imperative if you are wanting to get some of your effects that you may have experienced through rubber stamping. Again, with these brilliant qualities, £17.97 for all of them, 913378 being that item number. There's lots more on the website. Got a couple of shows with Leonie today, so do make sure you check out the schedule. But of course, with Clarity, we know we've got quality. So whether it's your inks you're going for, and of course we've seen Leonie working with those oxides already this morning. Whether it's those, whether it's your positioning plates, like your mega mounts there with your gel presses, as you can see there. Everything is on there that Clarity brings to us. And of course, if you do want to check out Leonie's range, then do have a little look. Just to, I don't know, you must have a brand section of your own on the website, Leonie.
Not really.
It's not that's terribly rude. But you could use the search field as well and just put Leonie's name in there, and all those goodies that Leonie brings to us will pop up before your very eyes. Now, what are we up to next, Leonie?
Okay, I thought, right, let's mix it up, because I'm always doing, you know, really distressed, really, where have I put makeup? Really, you know, sometimes darker stuff. Yeah. So I thought I'm going to work with some flowers.
Oh, say.
Because the thing
Can I
is...
take your temperature?
Gold. Icy heart. Because the thing is, I mean, everything mix and matches. Just because it's mixed media, it doesn't mean it has to be grungy. It can still be pretty, it can still be lovely. So what I've done, I've taken my art journal, gessoed it first of all. This is actually the back of the art journal. The front of the art journal is still waiting to be finished, standard. So this will be another side that's still waiting to be finished, standard. So what I want to do, let's create a background. Now, first of all, I bet I've picked up one that isn't, there's nothing in it. Now, Distress Oxides, I adore Distress Oxides. Have a look at the website, because I know we've got them. But the problem is, bear with, yeah, obviously I've picked it. I could tell that were a little bit empty. Now, when you're using
so what do? You put it naturally back in where it was, so it'll be empty next time you put it out as well.
If I move it. So, I know, that is exactly what I did. When you use your Distress Oxides, now, you can spend ages giving them a shake. Yeah. I don't do that. I watched Mr. Tim Holtz, of course, the genius that is Tim Holtz, and he said, take the plastic cap off, not that bit, take that off, cover that, and then give it a shake. The reason covering it is because it might, while you're shaking it, it might come out of there. Right. So that just protects it. Okay. So give it a shake. This reminds, I was telling this, he tells a story on the workshops he were doing on ladies who did take off that bit.
Oh no.
And give it a shake.
No. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you would not want to be sat next to one of those ladies.
No, but if you're on the opposite side, you would laugh.
Hilarious. You would absolutely laugh your socks off, wouldn't you?
Wow,
let's face it. And I've been really stupid. Normally, I have my big pad underneath to catch all this. I am not going to waste it. Obviously, I've got... in fact, rather than use my doodah, let's move this and let's use... So, my art journals, this is perfect. You do not waste that. I must admit, when I watch people clean it up with a baby wipe, it goes through me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. You don't need to. You've got tons of paper. You know, mop it up with paper. That's a background waiting to happen. I can hear, can you hear that?
Mop it.
That's embossing powder as well. So mine's going to have texture and colour. But look at all that colour. Yeah. You'd have wasted that. And the texture is because of the embossing powder, which is hilarious. The bit that's stuck on there still, that's when you get your rice paper involved as well. So again, you're wasting nothing. But I love things like that because it's this that's actually quite inspirational because you have to use that as well somewhere down the line. Okay. And what is better, however, is if you get one of your big pads and actually put that underneath.
Oh, so use that for catching,
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, when you remember, because your big pads then, you've got that underneath, so it's quite cool. Now, I'm going to take my crap pistachio as well. Love that colour.
It's good, isn't it? I like that blue.
Absolutely adore it. I adore them. And then we're going to put the cracked pistachio on there as well. I love layering the colours. Distress Outside layer beautifully. You know, you've still got all those colours coming through. I'm going to put a little bit of water on. And what I don't normally do...
Look at moving.
In it, oh, love them. And they are definitely worth getting a hold of. A lot of people ask what the difference is, why, you know, do they need them? Definitely. So.
I think it's one of those ones that once you've bought your first pairings, which obviously you've got them on the website, once you've used them and see them in action, then that's it, you're bitten by the bug.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see all that beautiful movement.
It's like a galaxy now.
Yeah, it's stunning. Now, before it's completely dry, I'm going to get my stencil and then my rice paper and just start dragging off some of the colour. And with the rice paper, obviously, you've got a little bit of texture. It's still quite wet, so it's merging together. Jane's coming up later on today, ain't she? We've got a brand new guest coming up later on today.
I did a screen test yesterday. Fabulous stuff that she's bringing.
And she's lovely. She's been on some of my workshops, but she's also been a part of when I very first started with Crafters Companion. Jane was on my design team.
She said that she's been on design team, and she's a teacher by trade. I don't know if she still teaches in the classroom. Educational capacity, but she's brilliant at explaining things and breaking things down and showing you. So make sure you tune in. 4 o'clock.
Darn good crafter.
She's very good crafter.
A really good crafter. So please tune into that and give Jane lots of love, because I bet she'll be a little bit nervous. And she were in yesterday, and I forgot to go and see her because I was running around like a fool, and I was gutted with myself.
Fabulous.
Good. Because she did a screen test.
I did, yeah. And it was like,
I'm so pleased.
You can do this for 5 days. Can you not do this like for a full hour? Wonderful product. Spanish company.
Yeah.
She's up with Paola, so Paola will be able to pronounce them all perfectly.
She'll be able to say it.
Not with the brummy kind of tinge that I did.
Or a weird Lancashire accent.
Wow, look at that.
Now, you can't really see the mask because it was still so wet, but it's still quite cool. Isn't it? A cool colour.
Like it.
So, what I'm going to do now, take the mask again. Let's start building up layers. I'll show you where I'm going. So, this is where I'm going. I'm going to bring my circles on again. I'll tell you why I'm doing this, because when I were prepping, I didn't know what I were doing, so I cut them in white and I cut them in black.
Yeah. Does that happen often? You don't know what you're doing?
Yes. In life. Generally when I wake up in the morning,
you've got no idea.
To going back to sleep. The rest of the time in between has been a right fudge. But this was my starting point. When you're crafting, you need a starting point. Obviously, that's a stupid statement. But my starting point today, I kind of thought, right, I want to play with embossing powders because I saw Marion. And I also thought, I want to use my dies. Don't know what I'm doing yet. So I cut them in black, cut them in white. So that's my starting point. And then it's like, okay, where do we go from there? So it's nice to say, this is what I want to use. How do I use it?
It's like setting yourself a little challenge, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my starting point. I know I'm going to put flowers on, but I want something going on in the background. I want some textures. That's my open space. So I think that's my space I'm going to keep clean, if you will. So I'm going to just visualize. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be too strict with myself. I'm then going to take texture paste. Now, I'm actually using the cream paste that I had on my Stamperia show the other day. However, I know we have the texture paste from Pentart. Do check the website. They're all quite fabulous. I'm not going to lie, I use the one that I had on my trolley. On my collection of trolleys that I seem to have in my room currently. And all I'm going to do...
Getting the rest of us into trouble.
Yeah, I know I am actually. Because I'm the trolley hoarder. I haven't had time to empty my trolleys. So they're just sort of collating in my room. Can't get in my room now for trolleys.
Need another room.
Yeah. But bit of texture. So just going for a bit of texture at the top, bit of texture at the bottom.
And it's drawing your eye to the centrepiece, which is where you're going to have that... Fabulous scribble circles.
Absolutely.
Everything Leonie's working with, by the way, you're popping those details are popping up on your screen. The dies that she's just spoken of there at the bottom, they continue to be popular. Don't forget all those stamps that we saw in action earlier on. You've got a set of 4 of those stamps that we saw in the first demonstration. You can just see them on the far side of your screen there. £44.97. That is giving you a saving because you're going for them all together. Saving £14.99. So it's, as you can see there, it's essentially that you are getting one of those free. And let's face it, what's not to love about them? But we have got other pick and mixes where you can choose the elements that you want, and those are the dies that prove to be so popular. Again, a brilliant saving with those, and of course the stencils that we're working with at the moment.
Okay, so bringing the circles in, because I use the stencil for the circles, let's use the stamp for the circles, so everything ties in. Let's use blue, because I'm using a blue background, blue on blue. I think it'll look really pretty. I haven't put this on too thick, so I am going to give it a blast dry. Yesterday I were doing it, I was blasting it dry, and I were really concentrated on it so it textured. Today I don't want that effect, so I'm being quick with it. You know, if I put too much concentration, it'd start to blister. That isn't what I want this time. So wafting the heat gun really quickly so it dries the top. Might still be a bit wet, but I know I haven't got much time left, have I? 7.5 minutes. See, 7.5 minutes always sounds real. It sounds like a load of time.
Until you're actually using it.
Oh, yeah. It's mad, isn't it, how quickly that 7.5 minutes go. Okay, so now what I haven't done is put this to the top. Now, clarity stamps are fab because they're that thick, you know, and do you know, that is really nice to work with. I mean, really, I don't need it on a block, but I'm going to do just for speed and also so I can get that pressure. Nice. Now, it isn't a full image, but I'm not too fussed about that because obviously this is just building up layers, it's just building up
and it's going
background.
on top of something that's textured, so naturally that's the kind of thing you'd expect.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is only building up those extra little layers. And I like these. These are brilliant for pattern building. If you love your pattern building, they're fantastic for that. They're obviously brilliant for backgrounds. You could, because you've got open spaces, you could do your pattern building within. So if you're into Zentangle, or just your doodling, they're beautiful for actually working within them as well, which can be really effective. Water brush, it's down there. Obviously, sorry everyone, at least you can't see any roots anymore though.
It's true. Well, we're admiring your artwork at the moment, so don't worry about that.
As opposed to me ducking and diving. I'm going to blend out some of these lines, because sometimes you don't want too much line.
Yeah.
And this, so because I've got Distress Oxide, if you blend that centre line out, now I love this because what you're getting, can you see you've got the outside line, but then inside it starts to move. And because I'm working on a Distress Oxide background, it's also working that as well. Can you see how it's, how I'm bringing some of the white through? I really like that. So it's just painting that, sort of lifting some of that colour off. And it means I've not got harsh lines on both sides. So it gives it a different look. I really like that.
Loving
it does look cool, doesn't it? Because it looks more like little halos.
Yeah.
Which looks super cool. There we go. So just mixing every single one. It is worth taking the time to do this because it definitely looks cool. And it doesn't matter if you blend one into the other because that looks really nice. I like that.
Beautiful.
I like that a lot.
Now, time is ticking away. We've only got about 4 minutes left within the hour. What time are you back up later on? Do you know?
12.
12. Okay.
I'm back at 12. I'm legging it home, walking Dave. Need to eat.
Oh, bless you.
I know.
It's just the 2 shows today, is it?
Yeah. Too dark this morning. I'm getting so bored of walking him and not actually being able to see my dog.
Yeah.
You know, rubbish, isn't it? It's rubbish walking in black. And then
Clocks change though, don't they, the weekend? So
yeah. Well, yeah, but I suppose at 5:30, it's still going to be dark.
Well, yeah.
But
this is true. Yeah, because the sunrise is usually, well, around here, it's about 7:15, isn't it? Something like that, so yeah.
So it'll be nice to walk him and be able to see him. So, I really like that. They look more bubbly,
Nice,
don't they?
yeah.
Don't that look effective? Okay, 4 minutes. So, what we're doing is, we're going to put this on now. Look. These look fabulous. I might put a bit of colour on them, you know, to knock back the white.
Yeah.
Because of the time, I'm not going to in this instance. I'm just going to glue them down and then you can see where I'm aiming. But I could always sponge a bit of colour after, so that isn't a big deal if I don't do it straight away.
So what have you cut these out of? What type of cardstock have you gone for on this occasion? Just something from your stash?
Yeah. Some were in the pile on the windowsill where I'm not allowed to pile things.
Relatively thick with these dies, can't you, when you're cutting them out, because they've got a good quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good depth.
I mean, that's it. If you want something really textured, you can definitely do it with the dies.
And of course, you could cut several of them and just glue them together if you wanted to. Use your gel medium. You're not going to see
that'd
it.
look nice on the front of here.
Yeah.
Something really textured, wouldn't it? So just sticking some of the flowers down really quickly.
Again, it
now.
works so well.
Yeah, doesn't it? And I thought, let's do something pretty. Let's have pretty flowers on, because this isn't something I do often, is work, especially when I'm art journaling. It's not really something I often do. The nice thing about using gel mediums, obviously, you can move it round, so if you change your mind like I have done instantly, you can move it round.
I think
so
it's
you're
amazing.
not
If you're adding
stuck.
those flowers in, you can see the difference with the darker project that you worked on earlier on. Of course, again, using the exact same circles, but what a different effect. Totally different, but the same dies. And that's the key thing. It looks so different when you mix up those colours.
That's the lovely thing about any craft, though, isn't it? You know, whatever you're into, whether you're into your art journaling, whether you're into card making, if you're a crafter, your product will work for everything.
Yes,
and that's the joy of it, isn't it? You know, your investment goes such a long way because you can use it for so many different things.
It's buying the right things, and the things that do multiple jobs for you. That's the key thing with these. So,
absolutely.
See again that heart coming in. What a pow!
And I want that. I want my heart. I don't know whether to just tuck it under the flowers. So I really, again, I adore the grey board pieces. They are too cool. And then we have to have a word. What shall we have?
I don't know. Well, you said adore, and that's the first word on there, but it's got a white background, so I don't know whether you want to
let's
go
have
down
a
that
black
route.
one.
That's what I was thinking,
You pick a word while I do a little bit of colouring.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know. There's too much choice with these.
There's loads, isn't there?
I've gone quiet because I can't read and say. Oh, we've got a door here. So I think, we'll go a door in the dark there as well.
And again, just a little bit.
Some of these phrases are brilliant.
Do you like them?
You are a bit lovely. You can see, obviously, yours will be full sheets when you get yours, but these are brilliant because you're getting loads of these that you're going to be able to just go and play with. And you can see there we've got Adore, which is the one. Adore, Be Beautiful. I think that's nice. Adore, Be Beautiful.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, so they're all on the first line as well, so it's nice and easy for me to unpick those.
Oh, that's good. It's always handy if it's quick.
And they're individual words because this is the nice thing as well. You make up your own little sentences with these and position them exactly where you want them to go. And thankfully, I've only chosen 4 words, which I've been able to get on one hand.
Boom.
So makes it nice and easy when I've just been taking them off there.
See, I've put a little bit of glaze on there, which will dry. 20 seconds.
Oh, there you go.
So I just stick these on Adore and Be. I'm not going to put them on at an angle because that does me head in. And Be.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Boom.
Don't forget, Leonie's back with us at 12 for even more inspiration. Thank you, Leonie.
Thank you,
always. What a
there.
fabulous
Bye-bye.
hour.
Thank you.
So talking about inspiration, we've got a fabulous Phil Martin coming up straight after the break with his one-day special. Fabulous deal. Then I'm up with Dye and Tando Creative before we've got the lovely Nicola here with Daisy and Grace.
Would you like to improve your crafting techniques by watching and crafting along with your favourite Hochanda guest demonstrators or from the comfort of your own home? If the answer is yes, then we are excited to invite you to Craft Along, where you, our presenters and guests, will create an amazing array of projects throughout the year. Each month we will be bringing you a brand new kit that you can purchase on the day of each show. Or if you pre-order your kit, you'll receive £5 off a purchase of £20 or more of any additional products featured within our Craft Along brand shop that month. So tune in, be inspired and create with Craft Along, your monthly crafting workshop.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
A very good morning. Lovely to have your company this Friday morning. I hope you're all well and rested and already enjoying the shows already on Hochanda. I'm joined by the brilliant man himself. How are you, sir?
You
are the brilliant man. You are the man.
Thank you.
You are the man. I watched your second show from yesterday with Paola. That was fun. If you
it's worth watching on rewind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And you had your actual launch with Nikki.
I did.
As well.
Yeah,
and
so two first times for me yesterday.
Was it the first
time?
time?
I had a good time.
You enjoyed?
Yeah.
I'll try and keep it going as well. We'll try and do the three. But you bought the one-day special, and if you missed those shows or you haven't had a chance yet because you were doing other things, working, you're allowed to have a little bit of time away from the channel every now and again. But thank you for being with us now. For those that did miss it yesterday, I will tell you, already 50%, 50, half the stock's already gone, and that's only with 2 live shows. So if it carries on like that, it's going to be gone before we get to final chord, if it carries on at that ratio. So please, please, please bear that in mind when you see what you've got here with Phil. But just talk to us a little bit about what you brought as a one-day special.
Okay, so this is my compendium of sentiments, and the idea for this was born from feedback that people give me, saying, I love some of those stamps, Phil, but I wish you'd have done it grungy, or I wish you'd have done it pretty, or I wish you'd have done it bolder. So I've brought you a must-have go-to set of sentiments. These are sentiments that we know we're going to use day in, day out.
Right.
You've got the happy birthdays, you've got the special birthday wishes, the just for you, the best wishes, the generic ones, you know at home, the ones that we use all the time. Yeah. But you've got them in 4 different styles, which is why I want this to be your go-to set of sentiments.
Right, see.
Because you know you're going to think, oh, somebody's asked me for a birthday card, I know what sentiment to use, or I know what set to use. I know that you've got pretty ones, you've got bold ones, you've got grungy ones, and you've got some that are really decorative. So as a set, it's going to be such good value for money because you're going to use it loads. I will just say, before I forget, because I keep forgetting to say this is the only time you're going to see it.
Okay, all right,
in this deal, with a £6 saving anyway.
Right.
So effectively, you're getting one of the sets for nearly half price, so it's a really good buy.
Definitely take advantage. So again, I mean, this is perfect for those that have no sentiments at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for those that do have some sentiments,
it's nothing like I've done before.
Right.
Yeah, so this is nothing like you will have seen me before. You might have seen me do. Generally, when I do a new range of sentiments, I do the same font in different size, like corners or mini. I've never done a mixed group. You've got at least 40 different fonts in there.
Wow.
Yeah. The only repetitions are some of the smaller ones, you know, the mini ones. But all of the big sentiments and the medium ones are completely different fonts. There is no repetition at all.
You're going to have loads of options, you know. Because you're right, because you can say happy birthday. If you've got that one happy birthday, already had that stamp, great.
Yeah.
But, you know, Aunt Edna is different to little Timmy.
Absolutely.
And for those that, again, that like the retro, or you've got the 20s in here with the Art Deco style, you're covered with all of those.
You've hit the nail on the head, and this is why I've done this set, so that you know you can just go to this and know that there's going to be a sentiment in there for every occasion.
They are lovely. They're really gorgeous. We had this on Good Morning Hochanda, and because I said
still in bed.
Yeah. But the boozy sleep has paid off. It's paid off. But I was saying this. Now, this is one of my favourites because I love Art Deco
and
style.
It is very Art Deco in its style.
Really
there are 3 or 4
lovely.
in the bold set that are very Art Deco in style. So if that is your thing, you know, you're covered with that. But just, I mean, it just stands out. These are statement sentiments. And then from a different set, remember, this is all from the same one-day special.
Yeah.
Created the background with the mini
that's
ones.
great, that. Look at that.
And then you've got the focal point that just for you with the little hearts in there, the doodle hearts.
Really lovely. And if you think again in a set, where else are you going to get a set that goes from Art Deco to that style too? Which this for me is like that American kind of.
That's just what Paula said.
It is, isn't it? That stitch work. It's they had the baseball jackets.
Yeah, she said what do you call them? The cheerleaders.
The cheerleaders, that is,
style,
isn't it?
Yeah.
American high school.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it's a really simple card, but the sentiment is making the statement. That's doing all the work for you.
I think these are great, these. And let's just show some more of these. But these are going to lend themselves to so many celebrations, aren't they?
Absolutely. So I've called them the generic ones. So you've got the happy birthdays, but just for you can be any occasion.
Yeah, of
Best
course.
wishes can be any occasion. I've got woohoo in there, celebrate. You've got a mixture of mini sentiments, medium ones, large ones, and border sentiments all in each set.
Really
so
lovely.
As a value for money set of stamps, it's incredible.
These are gorgeous, and we've got some of these other backgrounds we're going to see. You'll see those in another set in a second, but they complement and they really do work as well, which is absolutely fantastic.
Look how well they emboss as well. This is one of the bold ones.
That's lovely,
that one's been embossed with the cracked pepper embossing powder, and because they're bold, they really do make a fabulous statement.
This one's great to really demonstrate again the real fantastic fonts that you've got in here.
Creating a background from them, and that's literally just by assembling a few of the individual stamps onto one acrylic block and then inking and stamping to create your backgrounds from it.
Works really nicely, and again that American sort of theme that's in there as well from these. I've not seen that actually in any before.
No, well, I've never done it before.
No, I really like that.
This is the first time I've done anything like this.
A brilliant chance to go for this again. So if you have got none of your sentiments there, maybe you are starting your crafting from scratch, like I do in that respect, you know, and you're thinking, oh, this would be perfect for it. It is. If you've already got some of them, you might think, I've got my happy birthday one, but I suppose it's thinking about the options, different ages that come through, the different sizes that you want, that sort of American to the Art Deco to everything else that's in between. A perfect chance, and don't forget, 50% has already gone, and it is available on your Flexi buy. So you haven't got to pay the whole lot now. You know, it's $49.96. We know what it's like. You know, you get to the end of the month sometimes and waiting for payday to come through and all that. You haven't got to pay the whole $49 right now. You can do this simply for just £24.98 right now. Just 2 payments of that, but you're going to get the delivery so you can get stamping straight away. 335 723 is your item code. It is, of course, your one-day special. As you heard from Phil, never been brought to you before, and you're not going to see it again as a bundle like this with so many. It's 58 stamps in total, which is a phenomenal amount for size and variety. It's a great opportunity for you. $49.96. Love that. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Really lovely collection. Now, we just had a little sneak preview of one of them. We've got 4 of the others we can bring together and show you.
So these are 4 brand new background stamps. So the backgrounds I always do in grey rubber. I'll just let you have a look at that one, look, just so you can see. These are grey rubber. I'll show you properly in a sec. And I wanted a set of backgrounds to go with the one-day special, the compendium of sentiments, so you can again expand what you do with them. Right. Background, we call them backgrounds, but they're not really backgrounds. You can do so much with them.
To be honest, yeah.
Where do you want to start? You'll start here.
Okay.
Right,
we'll start there. Well, there we go.
This is Sparkly Squiggly, which is the one at the end. So Sparkly Squiggly is literally what it is. It's squiggles with little dots in. I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's possibly my favourite. Yeah, it looks amazing when you do it in backgrounds and when you stamp it onto flowers, which is what I'm going to do shortly. they're just so useful, and because I do them in rubber, it lends itself to different techniques.
Right, that's great there, isn't it? Very cool.
And that's just a watercoloured background with distress oxide, and then stamped and embossed in white embossing powder.
Love that.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Really nice.
So sparkly squiggly, you're getting all 4, or am I right in thinking that you can get 2s? I wasn't sure whether you could or not.
Okay.
I can't remember which 2. So we looked at sparkly squiggly, so next, next is the elegant vinery. So I had to have an elegant one.
We'll just check where
this one.
There it is. Vinery, there we are, see, the goggles on, goggles off. That's how it is, Phil.
So elegant vinery is going to be
it?
one of those go-to stamps as well. It's going to be one that you use for all sorts of different occasions. Brilliant for your birthday cards, brilliant for anniversaries, for engagements, for weddings, anything like that. Because it is very, very pretty. It's very
that is, isn't it? Very pretty. Yeah. But not too busy. I mean, I suppose you could if you want.
Space,
there is, isn't there, about that?
And again, all of them are good for over-stamping onto die cuts and things like that.
Really lovely. Okay, so that's number 2 we've got there. Then, moving across, we're going to, now I think this is the one that, no.
So Scratchy is next, yeah, so Scratchy, it's a fabulous name,
isn't it?
Scratchy is it's brilliant for your mixed media, brilliant for adding texture to your cards. You can see here, this is actually going to be our second demo.
Oh, right,
You can see where I've used the superfine crackled in the background, but I've used Scratchy on the rest, and they're completely different.
Really different.
But work really well together. They embossed brilliantly.
That's a nice one.
Made that one and embossed it in silver.
And then, there we go. I love that one as well.
It's funny that, isn't it? I made that one. I thought I'm going to do a simple card, no flowers. Shocker. But it's brilliant for men's cards. How many times do we struggle to find backgrounds and things for masculine cards? Perfect.
That's really nice.
And used with the grungy, phallistic sentiments from the one-day special.
Love that. But don't forget, you've got one last one as well that you can see.
Superfine
and this is one that we saw in the background a second ago, wasn't it?
Superfine crackled. You're going to use this one so many times. Really, really delicate and soft and pretty. This is one of the demos I did last night where I've embossed that in the Blueberry Kush embossing powder.
That's nice.
So it looks amazing when you stamp it with ink or when you emboss it as well. These are 1/2 millimetre lines.
Are they really?
They are, yeah. Which is why when you look at the packaging, it looks kind of softer because they're so thin.
Got you.
When you emboss them, you get a bit of a bolder effect because obviously the powder makes it a bit thicker.
Yes.
But when you ink it, like the card you're going to show everybody now, look how delicate and soft that looks. It's just beautiful.
That really is gorgeous. You've covered again the full gamut in here as well to work with. Well, I think you have.
Because as a crafter, this is what I want.
Right.
I don't want the stress of trying to find things that work together.
No.
I want somebody to say to me, right, that goes with that, that goes with that, the whole lot goes with the whole lot.
And it does. And you probably just looking at that, you might just sort of think, well, do you know what? That goes that nice. That's nice. And they complement each other. But that's the beauty of this. With your one-day special and with this as an option, if you can go for it, do. If you're a Freedom member, brilliant this. It's only $39.56. That's delivered to your door for that price, which is phenomenal. Now, of course, you can split this price if you wanted to. 2 payments, even lower, just $19.78. That's all you're looking at there as well, which is brilliant. 399-277. What projects already now are you thinking? What have these looked at those stamps and thought, you know what, I know where that'll work great with, and it will inspire you. And that's what your work does, that, Phil. It really, I'm sure I hear a lot of comments and everyone talks about that. So get them in your basket. 399-277 to go for those right now, which is a brilliant chance. Now, we didn't see all the cardstock originally, did we, when you've done your other 2 previous live show? Brand new.
Right, so it's the first release of cardstock I've ever done. I've done papers before, but I've never done cardstock.
Do you feel a bit nervous about that? How's that feel?
No,
is it
because
exciting?
I've sourced the absolute best possible cardstock I can for you.
Perfect.
So if you've seen the 2 shows previously, I'm sorry I'm going to repeat myself, but I need you to know that this is 270 GSM.
270.
It's a brilliant weight, yeah? It's colour plan cardstock, and feel free to go and do searches to see how much you would pay for this per sheet. I can tell you that when Julia and I were searching on the internet, we found it more than what I'm charging trade before VAT.
You're joking, really?
I'm not. Yeah, the traders are going to hate me, sorry.
Sorry.
But I want to have quality and I want to have good value for money. So I'll put them into 2 groups for you. You've got the soft tones, and I'll just quickly tell you the colours. So candy pink, 10 sheets. White linen, which is actually like a creamy vanilla colour, 10 sheets. Misty blue, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade of blue, 10 sheets. Soft pistachio, which is one of my favourites. 10 sheets, and then Lavender Meadow, which is
nice.
absolutely
That's
stunning.
beautiful.
As a set of card, that is amazing. Amazing value and amazing colour.
Well, even before you said about the difference in price before you're going from this from trades, to have 50 sheets of that, I mean, we're not, you know, 20 GSM just basically short of, or 30 on me from 300.
Yeah.
It's a good weight on this.
It's a very good weight. And more importantly, for me as a crafter, stamp on it, heat emboss on it, die cut with it. It does everything that we want it to do as a crafter.
Only 32 pence a sheet that's working out for, you know. Now, well done again for bringing this, and thank you for bringing it, and thank you for behalf of everyone's watching. Half the stock has already gone on this as well for this first option for
gorgeous.
you. It is beautiful, gorgeous. So that's your softer palette tones that you're looking at, that one. Half the stock gone. Now then, here, we've got the muted.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely
talk to us about
gorgeous.
this one, Phil.
So same quality, it's exactly the same quality cardstock, just a different colour palette, because I know sometimes you want darker tones, sometimes you want pastel ones. So I'll just tell you, this is a beautiful, I know this sounds silly, but this is a beautiful shade of black. So it's Elegant Ebony, I've called it. It's a really dark black, a light black, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you've got Olive Grove, which is stunning. Then you've got you know me, my name's Sumptuous Scarlet. Oh, let me just thank everybody as well, because the ladies and, well, everybody on my Facebook page, I let them name some of these colours.
Oh, nice.
So I put little thank you everybody, I put little snapshots on and said, what colour would you call this, and gave them 3 options. Sumptuous Scarlet is one of them, that was the winner.
That's nice.
Yeah, then you've got the Sapphire Blue, which is a really gorgeous deep shade of blue. And then you've got possibly my favourite, which is the Air Force Blue at the end. So again, a really good collection of colours, and obviously these two are going to be amazing for your Christmas projects. The black is a must-have, and the 2 blues are just stunning.
Really nice. Again, we're approaching half the stock on these. So again, do take advantage. 036632 is your item card. You want to go for the muted. Again, 270 GSM. You're looking at 50 sheets. And again, working out just that, just over 30 pence a sheet. That's for that GSM is brilliant. Really lovely colours. If you can go for both, you've got to go for both of those.
Well, yeah, and you know this at home. That is a really good price for a 270 GSM cardstock. I would struggle to compete with that in the shop.
Yeah, no, I'm sure, absolutely. No, absolutely.
So take advantage. And I need to just tell you as well, in case you've not seen, it comes in a box like this.
Okay.
So I've been very generous, look, and it will come in the box. Yeah, I've sourced the little boxes because for me, storing cardstock is an absolute nightmare.
Right.
And like Paul was saying last night, you end up with it where it's got little kinks in the corners.
Oh, okay.
You won't have that problem because you can keep it in your boxes.
Nice and sturdy.
Aren't I good, eh?
You are, I'll tell you what. I'll give him a little stroke and a pat on the back for you, and one at home's going, yes, do we applaud that? They know the moments. Get those into your collection right now. You're going to use them. You know you're going to use them. We've got some more paper stock here. We're going.
So this is the last of the first release of cardstock. 270 GSM again. It's the same colour plan quality that you know and love, but this time, because I know we're going to use these the most, you've got 25 of the pure white and you've got 25 of the almond hue. So it's cream and white basically. It's the ones that we use the most, but I don't just go cream and white.
No, of course not.
Pure white,
of course
and
not.
almond hue. And again, it's the same quality, like I say, and it will also come in the box as well.
And
this is the essential.
I was going to say, these are, you're going to use them, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're definitely going to use them.
And you've seen the demos that I've done so far. I've used the colours that we've got on the show. I'm going to be really naughty though and use a new one in a minute. But these work really well with that. There will be more colours coming, don't you worry.
Get these ones now, though. 98751 if you'd like to go for the pure white and the almond hue. 50 sheets again, 270 GSM. Again, really, really good. I did a bit of crafting myself over the last few. I know, it's a first for me. and I was just looking around and I was seeing the individual sheets. I was looking for something quite specific for the Panto. And the price sometimes of this per sheet.
I know.
I was, and that's nowhere near that GSM either. I was comparing to. So really good opportunities. Now, moving on, last but not least, we've got 3 different options. They're all on separate item codes. And again, great names for the colours that we're working with here. And we're starting now with, this is our denim and slate. And when you say that, straight away, those colours are what you expect, aren't they? Because perfectly named.
Yeah, so these are my... Well, this was my second release, I think, of the Essential Papers, and this is the first time I brought them to you individually, and I've done that because people were saying to me, please can I just buy the blue, please can I just buy the amethyst.
Right.
So rather than me bringing you a full set of all 3 colourways, I've let you choose now individually. It's probably going to be the last time that these are on Hochanda.
Oh, okay.
Because the stock is nearly all gone, so I'm telling you now just to give you a heads up. So denim and slate is what it is. It's 190 GSM we're calling it paper, but it's not. It's a lightweight cardstock. And then you've got all the different designs in the two colourways. So denim and slate.
Lovely. We're looking at this. By the way, just let you know, stock-wise, half the stock of all the 3 options we're going to show you for these have already gone. So 664836 if you'd like to go for those. That's lovely. You can go for those. Only £10.99, as you heard. Do you want to go to Amethyst next, or... We'll go to Amethyst next and we can show you these as well.
I love this colourway. So this is Amethyst and Aquamarine. You know I don't just put purple and
No, exactly.
But the colours together are absolutely gorgeous. Look at these.
That's really lovely as well.
And more importantly, for somebody who like if you want to do backgrounds or anything, you imagine one of these plainer ones with one of the new background stamps stamped over
yes,
it.
yeah.
You know that my
embossing
embossing powders will match this, so my baked aubergine will go with the amethyst, yeah. The blue ones will go with all the blue tones and so on and so forth. You've just got so many ways to use these.
Really, really nice. This is your amethyst and your aquamarine. My favourite colour, aquamarine, as well.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's really beautiful, that, isn't it? Absolutely.
And what I've done, like there, you can see you've got 3 or 4 different tones of the same family.
Got you.
So it works really well.
Perfect. £10.99 again. 649694. If you'd like to go for the amethyst and aquamarine, 40 sheets of those, 170 GSM. And last, but again, half the stock has already gone. And last but not least, we're going to bring
Forest.
Oh,
I absolutely love this one. So originally it was designed for my... I've not done it Christmassy. None of these paper packs are Christmassy. They're generic that you can use all year round. So Paolo was saying last night, really good for like green cards.
Oh,
because
yeah.
You've got the forest, and then the ruby one is really good for ruby anniversary cards. I've had to make 3 recently.
right.
And straight away I thought, oh, I know. It just solves that problem. You at home will know how difficult it is to do anniversary themed cards.
Right.
Because you can never find anything for it, but that will solve that problem.
It's really nice as well, isn't it?
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh, look at that. That's a very luxurious colour, isn't it? Really lovely. £10.99 again is all you're looking at, and you're getting 40 sheets of these, all A4, of course, 170 GSM, 750876. Again, if you're spoilt for choice, if someone's telling you to go for all 3. £10.99 is what it is. Now, of course, you've seen everything. You're going to be watching some brilliant demonstrations now, of course, but if you're looking for some more inspiration, then, of course, you can do. Have a look at these, and then we'll see you with a demonstration. Did you notice there when I always find this when I see footage like that as well, and you start going, oh, there's the background, I recognise that now. Yeah. There's my squiggle, I like that. But they really complement, they go perfectly together. These. So
I try and make crafting should be fun, and we should enjoy it. And the reason I'm stood here now is because years and years ago when I first started, you just could not source things that were designed to go together.
Right.
You'll know this. It was a nightmare to think, right, I've got this gorgeous blue card, so now I want an embossing powder to match. Couldn't find it.
Right. So I see.
This is where it all started.
It's of ease. Right. What are we doing? So what are we creating?
I'm being really, really naughty. This is one of the colours that's coming on Julia's show next month. This is Tabriz Blue. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm naughty showing you that, but it's beautiful.
Just don't tell it.
And we're going to use broken china with this, because broken china works really well. So what I've done is I'm trying to show you the most ways you can use the combination of the one-day special stamps with the backgrounds.
Right, okay, lovely.
This is the inverted corner double debossed square dies. They are on the show, and there's literally not much stock left. So I doubt they're going to be back this year. So if you haven't got these, this is the time to get them, along with the rectangles. Those two are literally, I'm hanging by a thread with stock.
Details that on the bottom of your screen, 064290. Sorry, I was wondering that people see them, Phil.
No, that's okay. You need people to know. So can I just show you before I move on? This is the same quality cardstock, 270 GSM, but can we just do a little look at the detail in that? So can you see, even at 270 GSM cardstock, you've got the gorgeous double debossed lines in there. It just looks amazing. And you'd think, wouldn't you, with it being a thicker cardstock, that you would struggle with it.
Yeah.
Right, choose a... no, I'm choosing because I've already done my flowers, so we're on scratchy.
I was going to say that.
I've already done some of the flowers look ahead of time.
Oh, you have?
Just to save time, so it needs to match. So we're going to do this freehand, and once I know lots and lots of people have already got these dies, so whether you've got the squares, the circles, or the ovals, you'll be able to repeat what I'm doing with this. So because this is a random pattern, don't need to worry about lining it up or anything. I'm just going to do this freehand, which is very Leone-ish. But look already, look how different that looks already from a white piece of cardstock, and then adding the texture.
That's a great stamp.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's just so easy to do.
And you literally are just...
doesn't matter, look, if I go over, because you would never know. It just looks like part of the design. And we are going to emboss this with the clear embossing powder, So what happens is, because this is broken china and it's a distress oxide, it stays wet long enough for me to add the embossing powder to it.
Just to let you know again, by the way, the details on the screen, as you can see there, it's the scratchy and the super fine crackled. There, if you want to go for the duo, and of course they have the other duo as well, but they're the different two sets that they'll come in. 487208, sorry, will give you the duo scratchy and the super fine crackled. That's those two that come together. Just $23.98 if you want to do that.
Obviously, the best value is going for all four.
Yeah, of course, absolutely,
It's making each of the background stamps less than a tenner, which the retail at $12.99, $11.99 each. So you're saving a decent amount.
Yes, absolutely,
Right, so I'm just going to emboss that.
That's lovely already. That even before you've actually embossed it.
It's one of those stamps that you look at. I mean, Julia and I were laughing when I was showing them to her. You look at them on the packaging, and you think, oh. But you know, when you use them, that's when you notice how good they are.
Really do.
So I'm just going from above because it really doesn't matter this time because it's just the background, But what we will end up with now is a lovely glossy finish with the same stamp.
Do you, as a crafter yourself, do you have your favourites that you always go back to, or do you have to teach yourself to not use that one again and go back to it? Because I can imagine something like that, you're going to go, oh, it's a favourite, and you
use it all the time.
I mean, do you have to teach yourself how to...
No, what it does is it makes me work harder to design something that I know I'm going to use more than what I've been using before.
Okay.
Because every time I mean, you know me well enough now to know that I don't stand here selling something unless I'm 100% happy with it.
Absolutely,
and that means it's the best design I can do for you at that time. It's what was in my head. That doesn't bode well, does it, for this design? This was in my head, scratchy. But always in the back of my mind is versatility. Can it do more than one thing? Which obviously we know that this can. It's going to do backgrounds, it's going to do mixed media. You're going to be able to stamp into clay and all sorts of
things. And do you, again, forgive the questions, but do you trial run it for that? And do you try and make it as many different, see what fits into different styles when you're sort of creating it and you sort of test drive them on those? I don't know how to describe it, really.
Let me just tell you this. So flower dyes is what people are waiting for from me, because flowers are kind of my thing. And I've changed them so many. You won't believe how many prototypes I've had.
Right.
And it costs me every time. Can you see the glossy on that? And every time I have new prototypes, it costs me money. But I'm now on, I can't remember whether it's 4 or 5. It might even be 6.
Is it?
Yeah. And until I'm 110% happy with what I'm bringing you, I won't be studying.
No.
So there you go.
That looks fantastic.
It does, doesn't it?
Lovely.
Especially when you add that little glossy finish. So while we've got the embossing powder out, we're going to take the square from the middle, still from the same set. I am going to anti-static this because my thing... Oh, pretend you can't see that.
Don't say that, we can't see that.
That was Scott. Scott did
Blame me.
And we're going to stamp the sentiment and emboss that at the same time.
That's my role to be here, to be honest, Phil.
So
I'm always here
just for everything.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for anything.
So quickly, I'm going to go through these because if you were making this card for Uncle Jack. Yeah, you might think, oh, no, that's too swirly, that's too pretty, but oh yeah, that's perfect, love. Just for you in the lovely bold font, yeah. And this is why I did this font. You've got all these different sentiments in the different fonts. You've got something for everybody, yeah. And it makes it such a good value set of stamps because you know you can use it for everybody in your family.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant.
We'll do the just for you, yeah, because these bold ones are really good when you emboss them. And it's funny because these are the ones that if I saw them, they would be the ones that I wouldn't buy. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Right.
But look at my samples, it's the ones that I've used the most. I know, because they're different.
Yeah.
They're different. Oh, my glue's dripping. That's not attractive, is it?
Blame me, I did that. See?
Yes, I did that when I wasn't looking. So we're going on with the broken china again. Yeah. Heat tool's rolling on its own.
Oh. I tell you, we're again now. You see, I'll take the blame again for that one. But it was good. It was good stamping.
It was good stamping.
I'll nip round the front in a second and get those.
Right. So I'm gonna keep that mucky bit there because then I can put a flower on and cover that. So again, it doesn't matter. You don't have to heat emboss these. They look just as good when it's planing, but I quite like the glossy finish you get from adding the clear embossing powder. The clear embossing powder is on the show. It's an essential must-have, yeah. And it comes with, if I'm right, the pure white and the jet black. So top up on those if you need to, because you're going to use the clear ones.
I think we're going to bring the details up for you now, so you can have a little look for yourself. Chop them down.
Right, I'll be really naughty and I'll just heat this from above. You know I normally do this from behind.
Oh, they were coming up, by the way, but Ross, our producer, pressed the wrong button. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't... I think he's just pressing buttons now. Look, he's disappeared again. And there's nothing worse, is there, Ross, though, that everyone's watching and knowing what you just did. There we go. If at first you don't succeed, press another button. 752631. Here's you're right, it was your powder set of 2. You get your pure white, you get your jet black and the crystal clear, 20 mil. If you want to go for those ones, £14.97. I said set of 2 there, set of 3 of course. 20 mil on those, £14.97. 752631.
And now I'm just cleaning as I go. I can't.
A rare crafting habit, I've noticed.
I've just always done it.
Yeah.
Always done it. And I think it's because I get frustrated if I can't find things. So clean as you go, put things where they belong, and then you know where they'll be next time. How about that? Right, let you have a quick look at that look. So how fab does it look? Like it where I've stuck my finger in it. How fab does that look? Glossy.
That is lovely.
Do you see the difference though between leaving it just inky and then adding the embossing powder?
Yeah, yeah.
It really makes them pop.
Really nice that.
So let's get this stuck together. Got glue.
If you are just tuning in, by the way, great to have your company. I say tuning in. That's such an old... You don't tune in anymore, do you? If you are just watching, just started watching, I think that doesn't sound the same as tuning in, does it, really? Pressing the button. You're watching Phil's here with his one-day special, and already 50% over half, or 60% of the stock has already gone, and this is only our 3rd live hour with Phil as well. So lovely to have your company. Very good Friday morning to you, and we've got some really lovely... He's brought some lovely pieces to the show with the backgrounds. All the details are on the website, of course.
I always try and put the shows together to make it easy for us. Like I say, as a crafter myself, that's why I struggled with the most, trying to find things to match and things that are quality.
Yeah.
I know when I first started, and most of you will back me up with this, you buy things thinking, oh, that's amazing, I need that. And then you get it home, start using it, you think, well, actually, it's not what I thought it was.
Right, okay.
Which is why I'm such a stickler for quality. And I know that people will back me up on this. You've only got to look at my Facebook page at the lovely feedback I get. People now know that they're getting the best that I can do.
Yeah.
Which is good, because
you do know you're talked about when you're not on air as well, don't you? Your name keeps coming up as well this year as well, even when you're not in a good way, or in a good way.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
I was panicking.
That makes it sound like, oh look, Susie's not in. No, but it is that, because I think you know, in your legacy, and every time you come and do a show, is that people always talk about, you know, the aftermath of what it is, and enjoying it is the quality, and your name was always mentioned on the show by other you know, guest presenters as well that come through and talk about that. So I think you knew that. I will make sure, but you do know it now. You've been told. It's nice to hear nice things, you know.
Yeah, it is. And I know. I mean, I'm not a diva.
He's not a diva, but I have had to take out all the blue M&Ms.
But I am a stickler for quality and the best products that I can bring in. And that's quite important to me.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like my clear stamps. I don't know whether I've ever actually said this. My clear stamps are thicker than the average ones. So let me show you while we're just yakking. Let me show you how thick these are. So you'll know how thick clear stamps normally are. If you get a side shot of that, these are 1 millimetre deeper than most are.
Are they?
Can you? I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see how deep they are. So for clear stamps, that is absolutely the best photopolymer that you can get. And it has to be. It has to be for the amount of detail that I put in my stamps.
Yeah.
And I want you to be using these for years.
Right.
I don't want you to buy them from this one-day special and then use them once and think, oh, I'm never going to use them again, because you will with this set.
Just for me on this, I'm not sure if it's been explained to me before. You've got on the backgrounds, we've got the grey rubber.
Yes.
On the backgrounds, and you got some of the clear. So why is it? Why would do? Why don't? I mean, this might be a really simple question. Yeah.
Okay, so I like my backgrounds in rubber because it lends itself to more technique.
Okay.
So sentiments I always do in clear because you need to see where you're going with them.
Right. Yeah.
If you have rubber sentiments, it's a little bit more difficult to line them up straight. Like I've just done with that.
Yeah.
But backgrounds, I know. I mean, you don't see me do this, but I kind of like clay as well. You know, when Catherine does clay.
Yes. Yes.
So I like to push my background stamps into that and leave the texture when it dries.
Right. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not bringing a range of clay out as well. That's just something I like to do to relax.
Never say never.
No, I'm not.
You know.
I know what I'm good at, and stamps and designing is what I'm good at, not the clay.
Not the clay, yeah.
That's just, it's kind of my escape, I mean, people know that I don't do mucky crafting like Leone does, but I do actually do it. You look at my Pinterest pages and you'll see some of the media projects that I've done in the past, where I've even got paint on my hand.
Hello.
It was washed straight off.
I bet.
And I've done workshops with people where we've done amazing things like that, but I always try and incorporate my products into different kinds of craft.
Right.
And that's just why it works so well. Look how this is coming together now. It's so easy. So easy.
And even on that background you've got there, that you don't need a lot of it for it to make an impact.
Absolutely
That's a perfect
not.
example of that.
Absolutely not. Right, so I'm just going to stick about 40 flowers on now. So if you want to do a little recap while I'm doing that, is that all right?
I can do that, yes. I'm going to just want to mention also we got some dies as well, which I think is worth talking about for you being on the show. We've got 3 different types as well to bring you, but I'm going to try and hold them so they don't all go through. There we go. I'll show you the background and actually show you the dies themselves at work. So if you're looking for your circles, and then this is the one to go for yourself, of course, from Sentimentally Yours. This is one to your stately die collection. I've got the 3 different sets to show you. These are the double debossed essential circles. So in total on here, you've got 14 dies that you can go. I'll just try and see if I can take my goggles off. Do we know what the smallest is? The largest, here we go, 195 mil by 195, and then of course you've got 17 mil being your very smallest that we've got. If I just turn them around so you can actually see the dies themselves there, but these I'm sure are going to be used time and time again.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time. So absolutely perfect to have into your working tools to go with this. 663540 if you'd like to go for the circles. I've also got for you here, I'll just put that, that's not in your way there, is it?
No, not
okay
at
there. Right, then let's bring you, these are gorgeous. Really, really lovely, actually, for more of these ones.
That's
again,
what we just used.
and the size of this one, again, is 196, and the smallest die is your 30 mil. These are your double debossed inverted corner rectangles. We were showing you this, actually, so this is the squares. You've got the rectangles are up on He's pressed the wrong button again. He's having a button... oh, dear. Someone take that button away. These are the squares. He's giving you a sneak preview of what's coming up. That's what it is. 13 dies that we're looking at here, and again, these are the ones that you've just been seeing worked at the moment with Phil. So there's your squares, and then if he presses the right button, we'll have rectangles as well. He's got the pressure on him now. It's like that. Must press the right button. Don't put it on super spin. That's all. These are 199 is your largest of your rectangle, 199 by 165, and your smallest of your die in the centre is 60 by 23 mil. These are 11 dies that we're looking on here. These are $34.99 and are really beautiful. And again, you saw these actually working even in that sort of thicker GSM and really give you that lovely debossed look. 781862. These and everything else, of course, has been brought on the show are all there on the website, so you can see all of those details of anything that you want, then you can do. All your card stock in there. You've got your lovely amethyst collections, etc. You've got your slate and your denim, all those really lovely collections to go for. Pop those into your basket and everything else, of course, that Phil has brought onto the show for you. There we go. There's a finished start. That's gorgeous.
I know. And how fab does it look with the background stamp teamed up with the bold sentiment? That you're going to use these stamps so many times. Remember, everybody, you need to get them while I'm here today, because they're not going to be back. No. They're not going to be back in a bundle, and they're not going to be back with a £6 saving, definitely. So please, I can't urge you enough to get these, because they're absolutely gorgeous. Even as a designer, as a crafter myself, I'd be buying these. That's what I said to Nikki last night. Yeah. If it was Leonie stood here doing these, I'd be like, I need them. Because there's so many different ways you can use them, there's so many different people you can use them for. And it's not just birthday, although it looks like we've got the same sentiments. They are, obviously, most of them are. Because happy birthday is happy birthday.
Yeah, of course.
But you've got so many different ways of saying happy birthday. You'll know this at home. You know, when you're making cards for people, and you're making lots and lots of birthday cards throughout the year, you think, oh, that stamp again. Oh, that stamp again. Right. You'll never get that with this, because you've got a different one for each occasion. And again, if you are starting out in your crafting and to go through, you know, there are certain sentiments that people have as a stock sentiment to use, like with love, like celebrate, you know, like happy birthday. But what this does give you is it gives you variety within that and scope that you know that you can really personalise whatever those sentiments are. You can personalise it to the sort of the theme, the age, the sex, whatever it is that you're thinking they're more suited to. And it's that I think that people enjoy when they receive those as well, isn't it? That you've just hit the nail on the head. That's why I designed these. Yeah. So you've got a sentiment for your nephews, your nieces, your aunties, your uncles, your grandparents. Everybody will be covered within this bundle of stamps.
It's brilliant. You're going to be getting 58 stamps in there. You've got your smaller, you've got your large as well. You've got all of that. 335723. 24.98 is your first of your payments. If you want to go on your FlexiBuy, then you can do. But it's your opportunity to do that for 49.96. It's just without a fantastic offer, rather than 55.96, you get a £6 saving. Don't forget, do it now while Phil's here. You've got the opportunity to get it while he's here, because you're not going to see them again as this bundle. You're not. Right, we've got for you also, as well as your one-day special, and it complements perfectly, is lovely backgrounds. Now, these are available in 2 and 2, but your best saving is going to be when you go for the bundle of all 4. And these, I think, well, you've just seen one of them being used as well. Yeah, but the scratchy. But I just think these are just brilliant.
They are, and especially with that freedom price, it makes them less than a tenner. So it's an £8 saving. That's crazy. Yeah. And that's delivered. That's amazing value for money. It really is. So it also means that if you're going for the one-day special, it makes that a little bit more affordable. Yeah. You know what? You know when you add 2 things to the flexi basket, does it divide the price of everything?
Yes, of course. Oh,
that's even better. Yeah, that's even better.
It's good, then.
I'm learning myself. I didn't know. I thought you would have to pay the 25 or whatever for that, and then the whatever for that. But if they have the whole total and divide it in half, that's brilliant.
The magic elves upstairs can sort it all out, you see, and make all things like that happen.
It makes it really easy.
It really does. Just for we want to see more demonstrations as well. So what we're going to do is just I'll give you a quick idea, but you know, I think sometimes less is more, and the simplicity of this works.
Absolutely. And we know that when we're making masculine cards or nephew cards or uncle cards, you don't want to put 20 flowers on it. You don't want to put loads of butterflies on it. But the backgrounds teamed with the decorative sentiments, teamed with the bold sentiments, just makes the card. It's something classy as well.
And they really, really do.
Look how fab that stamp. Can we do a little zoomie on the happy birthday? Look how gorgeous that is when it's embossed in silver. That's from the decorative-tastic sentiment.
That's nice,
just gorgeous. I remember years ago.
Have you got the petal as well? You got them on the
just for that stamp on it. So I just remember those times, and it's just crazy what we can do now.
I love that little detail just on the petals as well. I didn't see that the first time round we looked at those.
This is one of
capture light. Look at that.
Where she stamped white on white.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That's the pistachio card. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Now, of course, the separate backgrounds again. You can get them in 2s and 2s, but your best deal is to go for all 4 of these together. That works as the bundle, of course, which is where you're going to get most of your saving. But they are working perfectly. 399,277. If you want to go for that one, £39.56. That's for everything. But you're going for your A6 rubber stamps. Now, we've got lovely cardstock that's been brought to you. Now, these are 270 GSM for these, and we've got 2 different types for our colours of our cardstock to bring to you. We've got soft, and then we've got sort of harder tones to go through. Again, you've chosen beautiful colours.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to go through all the colours again, because I want to try and get another demo in for you, and there's a lot of stamping to do.
And we said we would today.
And we will, we will. So I've put them into 2 bundles of 50. So you've got the soft tones, which is obviously the pastel shades, and then you've got the muted tones, which are the darker shades. So as a collection, covers just about everything. This is the start of a collection as well, so there will be more colours coming. There's loads.
It's all coming your way.
But I'm doing it a bit at a time, so it makes it affordable for you.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
And remember, it comes in the box.
It all comes
packaged. It won't
packaged.
have that writing on it, but it might have a little sticker or something that tells you what's in it.
But you will get the box. 036632. That's for your muted. And again, 270 is a GSM. At the bottom of your screen, 197292 is your softer tones that you've got there. Again, all A4. Really good. Well, so just over 30 pence. Just over 32 pence. There we go. 32 pence a sheet for 270 GSM is brilliant value. That's amazing value to go for those. Now, of course, there are your colours you've got with your lighter and your softer and your muted. But of course, you need some essentials in there.
Yeah, absolutely. These are essential as well. I mean, obviously, I'm lucky I've got all of them, but this is the one that I would be drawn to first.
Right, OK.
Because it's the one that I know I'm going to use for my base cards, for my matted and layering. And you've got pure white and you've got the almond hue. Almond hue is a creamy colour, but I like almond hue better than cream.
Sounds good, sounds
good. And you've got 25 sheets of each, and that also will be delivered in the little box. So if you're going for all 3, you'll end up with 3 little boxes with everything in it.
Right.
It just means you can store it and keep it nice and clean.
Yeah, keep your paper protected until you need it. 987591, just £15.99 again, brand new on the show for you today. That's 50 sheets of 270 GSM if you want to go for those, which is a lovely, really lovely colour that as well. Now then, we have your 3 different options. We're starting with the denim and slate. We've got 2 others as well for you to bring, but you get 40 sheets of these, all in A4. I think they're all gorgeous, these. I'm not sure what my... Do you have a favourite of these?
Not really, no, because it depends what projects I'm working on at the time, which is why I've done such a different range of colours to make sure you've got something for all your different occasions. Denim slate is gorgeous, ruby and forest is gorgeous, and amethyst and aquamarine is gorgeous. So you've got 40 sheets, it's 190 GSM, which is a lightweight cardstock rather than a paper, really. It's litho printed, as you know, if you follow me. It's the best quality printing you can possibly get.
Right.
And these papers will take heat embossing, they will take embossing folders, die cutting. You know me, it's got to do more than one thing, and that's what you've got with this.
And these will £10.99 for 40 sheets. 664836 if you'd like to go for the denim and the slates. We've also got the aquamarine and the amethyst. I don't know, we've sort of seen the difference on these again, but again, really lovely colours on these.
Gorgeous colours, they work well individually. They work well together, which is why I put the sets together. I'm quite good with colour, even if I do say so myself. It's because I'm not easy to please, you see. Yeah, so it needs to be really beautiful for me to like it. And these 2 colours are just absolutely gorgeous together. But you imagine the turquoise with the denim as well.
Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Actually,
yeah. Or the slate with the turquoise. It's beautiful. Lots of different ways you can mix and match. Last time you'll see them individually as well, so top up while you can.
OK, there we go. That's really important, actually, so do get that. This last time you're going to see them individually. 649694. That's confusing. 649694.
That's just testing.
That is just testing, isn't it? Yeah. Just getting up for me is testing enough, to be honest, Phil. I haven't had anything else. Your final of your 3 options there is this is easy one, 750876. This is your ruby that you have here, ruby and forest. These are gorgeous. These
they
blues,
are
really
kind of
lush
vintage colours. So clearly you can see straight away that this is going to be good for your Christmas projects, but also it's good for throughout the year as well. You imagine some of these greens with, you know, your leafy die cuts and things like that.
Yeah.
They'll look gorgeous when you die cut them in these green tones. And then the ruby, as I say, is a really rich colourway.
Really, really beautiful. Absolutely. I think that's my favourite. That's such a lush, delicious, gorgeous that. Just $10.99, 750876 for your 40 sheets. Remember, last time you're going to see these as individual options for those colours to go for, which is great. Make sure you get them into your basket. We did mention the square dies, of course. There we go. There's your square actual die itself. It is very, very busy for these ones to go for. There's 13 dies in here. If I just remember again the sizes of the square, 3x3 is the smallest one. Yeah, there we go. 3x3 is the smallest, and 19.5 for your largest of those to go for. Just $34.99. We've also, you may have seen them being used as well, we've got the acrylic circles that we had on the show that's being used, of course, by Phil. You get the set of 3. Under £20, it's $19.99, 611539. You've got your 3 different sizes to work with. Perfect, of course, for your stamping, getting the perfect results at the end. All of those are there, of course, on the website for you. So we've got just, we're around about 10 minutes or so for 6 more demonstrations.
10 minutes. This will be a record. Right. I love this card. This is something that you don't normally see me do, but I had such a good time making this card. I'm just going to tip it up so you can see the different levels of dimension we've got going on there. This was just made from scraps that I've got left, obviously apart from the matting lane, but all these little strips were just scraps that I had left from when I was doing my matting and layer, and I thought, you know what, I bet them background stamps will look fab on that. Look at that for a masculine card. What a great idea. And then when I was prepping my demos, I thought, you know what, let's see how that looks if you do it feminine as well. So we're going to do it with the candy pink card.
Oh, right, yeah, nice, very nice.
So I'm going to show you how you can make these grungy stamps and the background stamps look girly. So while I'm getting all these ready, I'm going to get you, if that's all right, Scott, to stick that pink onto there.
Yeah, no problems.
You've got off lightly.
Thank you.
So remember, it's quality glue. You don't need to put loads on.
You've seen me before.
And I'm using, just so you know, so the candy pink cardstock, if you've gone for the soft tones, the sponge sugar Distress Oxide works really, really well with the candy pink, and so does Worn Lipstick. Worn Lipstick's a little bit redder, but it works really well with the candy pink. See, you are good.
I'm trying.
And we're using the superfine crackle just to create a background. So remember, I'm going to cover most of the middle up, so I don't need to...
Are you trusting me to put this on central, are you?
Go for it.
Oh, I love you.
Because if it's not straight, I can just say Scott did that. So look how easy this is. I will show you in a minute. It's the worst possible colour for TV because it's a very pale pink. But we will do a little bit of a zoomer in a minute.
Oh, thank goodness for wiggle room.
So look already how we've transformed this. Yeah, just using one of the backgrounds. Freehand. It's taken me less than a minute to create our own background.
You want the larger one done as well?
Yes, you can do, please. Yeah, you can do. He's on a roll.
Don't stop me now, everybody.
I'll just tilt it forward so you can see the colour. Have we got that? I'm sorry, it's the worst possible colour to... Oh, there we go. So sponge sugar looks amazing in this superfine crackled stamp. So you look at them, you think, oh, I don't know whether I'd use that because it's a bit masculine. It's a bit grungy. Yeah. Beautiful when you do it with girly cards as well. So while we've got all the ink there, I just 10-minute demo.
10 minutes. This is a record.
10-minute demo. Phil Martin. They're staying clear. 6 minutes. Stop it.
Oh, we can get another 2 in. We can get another 2 in.
So they need to be kept clear. That one needs to be stamped. This one needs to be stamped. So I'm going to do the 2 different stamps this time. We're going to do sparkly squiggly. I'm going to do sparkly squiggly on these 2. And I was going to emboss them, but I don't think we're going to have time. But I might have to do because you won't see it otherwise. So we're doing sponge sugar onto the candy pink with sparkly squiggly, and again freehand. I know you can't see it, you will when I emboss it. Yeah. We'll do it on this one as well. I'll just try and save a bit of time. I have used 2 different backgrounds on the original, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do that. I'll do this one as well.
But again, this just like your previous.
You give me 10 minutes to make a card. crazy.
But just little elements, just like the other ones as well, go a long, long way with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to quickly clear emboss on top of these. If I don't get time to finish the card, I'll do it in between and I'll show you when it's done. But it does need to have the clear on, because pink on pink, you probably can't see that very well, but in front of me it looks really good, but when it's clear embossed it will look even better, it will be glossy. Here we go.
The embossing powder details are on the screen now, 752631. You're going to get 3 of the jars in there as well. You're going to get pure white, you get jet black, and you get crystal clear as well. These are what Phil's using here right now, and again...
It's a must-have.
Yeah.
The clear one isn't... Can I get you to put that back?
Yeah, of course.
Tell you what. The clear one is a must-have.
Earning my money today, my friend.
Oh. It's only because I trust you to do it.
Well,
so I'm just going from above now.
But people, it's amazing how much you do pick up when you watch and you see. You know, I think that's why people love watching you. It's only, you know, with the whole of it in demonstrations on the channel. It's amazing how much you take in when you're watching. And
I'm a visual learner. There's no point putting an instruction sheet in front of me because it wouldn't mean a thing. I like to watch people and learn. It's by seeing. I'll let you show everybody that. Just let it dry cool for a second.
Yep.
Oh, oops, sorry.
It's all right.
I'm not going to get this finished, am I? But I can show you the bit.
Shall I show this to people as well now, so you can see?
So that is pink on pink with clear embossing.
We'll see that now. There we go. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
It's slightly, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It intensifies the colour.
Great. I tell you what, that looks like a nice drizzled icing. Pink on a nice.
I was saying to Nikki, it's one of the most simple stamps, but it actually took me ages to get that right.
I don't know if I can't say the brand, but you know those sort of angel cakes?
Oh, yeah.
Little slices.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Isn't it? I'm starving now. I could just do with a little one of them.
And then look at
if you've got one in your cupboard at home.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And that's pink on white.
I'll show the pink on white.
Right, I'm not going to get a chance to finish this off. I don't want to quite show that. So I don't want to rush it and spoil it. 3 minutes, you told me 10.
That's great, that. Really, it's great.
Right, I'm not going to finish this because I'll end up rushing it and spoiling it, so I will finish it on the next show.
Okay.
So I'll leave it at that, but you can see already how this is coming together and how different...
Different, yeah, it is.
How different it looks to the blue. If I can get the blue colour.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that look. So already you can see the makings of a completely different look with the same 2 sets of stamps.
Yeah.
It's clever, isn't it?
Really lovely, that.
To me, as a crafter, value for money.
Yeah.
Doing lots of different things and lots of different uses. That was quick. But I will finish that on the next show.
I reckon you could have finished that then. You could have done that, you know. I think you want to drag out the angel slice to look to the next one. So it's for lunchtime. You've got a nice little slice. There you go. Now then, if you are enjoying these, of course, don't forget your background stamps there. You get your rubber stamps. These are A6 in size. They're all there for you, and they are great. I mean, I'm hard pushed to say which one my favourite is out of all. I think they all work fantastically, and they really lend themselves to whatever project you're working with. You know, you'll know which ones you want to work with out of those. They're available for your 2s, but... to be honest, your pack of all 4 together, that's where the value is for you. That's your biggest saving. 399,277. If you're a Freedom member, just £39.56 gets all 4 of those delivered directly to your door for that price, which is fantastic. So we've got just about 1 minute left.
Shall we go through these?
I think in a nutshell. Yeah, shall we?
So I did these boards just as a last minute thing. So I thought, you know what? Sometimes when you're on TV, you can't see the detail in the stamps. So I thought I'll blow them up and put them on a sheet of A4 just so you can see.
Love that.
I know, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. They're not this size, obviously, but this is a decorative-tastic set of stamps. So you can see you've got gorgeous, gorgeous decorative fonts. Yeah, I'll try and be quick because we've only got 1 minute. So that's decorative-tastic. This is the bold one that we've just used. Do you see what I mean about it? This is one that I wouldn't be immediately drawn to, but when you emboss these, they look incredible. Yeah. So that's bold-tastic. This is beautifulistic, yeah, very, very pretty and swirly. And then last but not least is the grungy-filistic. So straight away you can see that this is going to work for your masculine cause, for your mixed media, for your journaling. completely different style. Every one of these is a completely different
I'm sure
style.
out of those that Fiona showed you, you'll go, oh, actually, yeah, that is one style that I use more than the other. Possibly, you might think, actually, I've got nothing like that. So actually, that's good to expand onto that.
Absolutely.
So time is always against us, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you, everybody.
Back at 1 o'clock.
I am
course,
with
back
Ailey.
at 1 o'clock. Don't forget, you can... Oh, yeah.
I'm doing a Facebook Live at 11. So I'll see you there.
Oh, yeah, make sure you don't miss out on that one, of course. And thank you for your company. Well done if you got everything. We'll see you in a minute. Bye-bye. So we've got Tando Creative coming up for you next then, the wonderful Daisy and Grace. I'll be joining them. And then we've got, of course, our Crafting with Clarity back here with later on with Phil. Enjoy your day with us.
Do you want to discover a whole new world full of creative inspiration? If the answer is yes, then head off to the Creative Craft Show. See the latest crafting supplies, exclusive product launches and expert demonstrations. Take part in our famous Hochanda tombola and join in with our very special make and take sessions. Just look out for our bright pink stand. Order your tickets online today at hochanda.com and we'll see you in Crafters Paradise.
Hi, my name's Leonie. I hope you'll be able to join me on the 28th of October when we've got Prima launching on Hochanda. I'm going to do a few little clips just to give you some sneaky peeks of what's in store. I'm so excited to be welcoming Prima to Hochanda. They've been a global leader in arts and crafts and home decor for years now, bringing us beautiful speciality Prima flowers. They've also got fine art, home decor, and they make gorgeous products for scrapbooking and crafts. They also have incredible specialty designers on the team, including Finnebar, Frank Garcia, Julie Nutting, who bring us beautiful mixed media albums, stamping and lots more crafting. Prima offer exceptional value, quality products and incredible inspiration and timeless beauty. So I hope you'll be able to join me the 28th of October. It is going to be an incredible launch of Prima at 6 p.m. We'll have so many fantastic products, papers, acetates, beautiful paints from the Finnebar range. So I hope to see you there.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Welcome to Good Morning Hochanda, your daily breakfast fix of your favourite crafts at 7 a.m. Whilst you're getting ready to start the day, join us every morning for the deal of the day, a product available at a special price but only for the 24 hours or while stocks last. Also, part of your morning routine should be the sunrise specials, your favourite crafting items available at a special low price but only for the hour. Tune in to Good Morning Hochanda and start your day with a deal.
Hello there and welcome back. Well, I have to say I'm really looking forward to this hour because I know it's going to be an amazing hour. Because we're talking Tando Creative, and besides that we've got the fabulous Di. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm very well. Well, the last time we met we were doing a craft along.
That's right, back in May.
Was it that long ago?
Was,
My goodness. And Fee, you were the tutor. You were teaching us. Now you might not have met Fee before because it's only the craft along that you've been on air for.
It is, yeah.
What a way to get involved with the Hochanda, thrown straight in a craft along.
Yeah.
My goodness.
In the deep end a bit, yeah.
But you were brilliant, learnt so much, and my fabulous cat with my little wings on and everything, still got that in my craft room. So for people that haven't met you already, could you just explain how you come to be here? And you're actually the designer that we've got creating some of these things that we're looking at this morning.
Well, I've been involved with Tando Creative for a fair few years, obviously on the Tando design team as well. And sort of dabbled in a bit of designing, showed Di a few, and she said, wow, let's just do something with this.
Yeah, I can imagine. And when you saw these as designs,
amazing, absolutely.
Yeah. Now I know for you've got the first demonstration, can kind of go between the two ladies, but you're going to do the first one, so I'm going to let you get ready if that's okay. We'll meet up with you in a few minutes, but Di, let's talk about these fabulous things that we've got here. I mean, these are brilliant. They look so dramatic.
Oh, aren't they superb? I mean, Fee basically put together a kit from just bits and pieces that we had. and she put it all together and said, what do you think of this? And I was so blown away by it that we actually tweaked it, made it a little bit bigger, and made it into a proper kit. And it's just stunning. It really is.
Absolutely amazing. Now, the actual board itself, we've got different elements in there. Am I seeing a little bit of grey board and MDF there?
Yeah, we've got the base is the MDF because we like to have a little bit of sturdiness on the base.
Okay.
But the rest of it is 2.25mm grey board, so it's quite chunky and thick, and it goes together pretty well. So yeah, that's all of those elements, and then there are downloadable instructions on our website, so people can download those and they can follow those exactly as to how to put it all together. But to be honest, it's quite self-explanatory, really. That you can see where the slots are and stuff like that.
Makes sense, yeah. So, I love that. Oh my goodness! Wow, we are so busy already. Nearly 20% of the stock has gone. Oh my goodness! I didn't expect to get that update so early on. 946-371. When you see something as dramatic and so much impact with these, I think that's the key thing. You may want to go for a couple of these, maybe even triple upon them. At $9.99, it's a very affordable way to do that for each one of those. So do take advantage and increase those quantities if you're wanting to. And of course, if you are going for more than one of those, then you don't have to worry about that. Post and packing, it stays exactly the same. But it's not the only brand new thing that we're bringing to you. We're going to revisit these a little bit later on. But these tags, I have to say, these are amazing. Now, with the tags, we've got different options of those. So we will take you through all of those. But for the time being, we're going to leave these with you. Those fabulous, these are brilliant. I can imagine them being almost like bookends or something like that on the fireplace or something like that. Yeah. Very, very dramatic. But as we mentioned, we've got those, not stencils, those tags, which you could use stencils on. But look at these. Now, we've got different collections here. So we've kind of got a set of 4 here, and we've got your 3 and your 3 here. In fact, we've got boards. Shall we bring the boards up, because that kind of explains it a little bit better?
Yeah. So that's the first bundle.
Okay.
So you've got 4 of these long tags. No, sorry, all of these are long tags. So you've got 8 long tags, obviously featuring your ace of cards on there, and then you get 8 of the long tags to sit behind.
Like that idea. And I'm just going to mention as well, with these, we've got a deal of the day today, which is a Tando creative one, featuring elements from playing cards as well. So, yeah, it's worth checking those out, to be honest. Right, we've got those. Lovely.
Okay. This is bundle number 2. Where we've got a combination. So we've got some of these shorter, fatter tags, but we've also got some long tags as well. And these are particularly nice because this key plate will layer up over the top of this. Yeah. And then it's also included, again, the plain tags that can be put on the back.
Love it. And you are getting any one of these sets for just $11.99. Brilliant value for money. Okay, and now this is set 3.
Set 3. The detail in these, I mean, incredible. This, I was so drawn to the butterfly design when I saw it, just amazing. But again, you get 6 decorated tags and then 6 tags to sit behind.
Beautiful. Again, so that's set 1, 2 and 3. Now, I know what you're thinking. You want all 3. Well, you can do. That's not a problem. And again, if you want to double up on any of those, then you can do. But once you've actually got them home and you start getting creative with these, it is phenomenal what you can do. And these, I mean, we're looking at the finished samples. Yeah. These are incredible because they look like they've been made out of weathered wood or metal, and rust has got involved with these.
I think the brilliant thing about the grey board is it takes so many different mediums. Yes. So you can do all these different things with it. You can also run grey board through an embossing folder as well. So you can add, so you can add texture to it like that, and you can peel it and you can distress the edges and everything else. So there's just so many things you can do.
Brilliant, and they're just so sturdy.
Yeah.
Love these with the playing card emblems on there as well. But the detail that you've got, I'd never imagined that you could actually cut into grey board and get such a relief with this, such fine detail.
Yeah, yeah.
Like these. Now, obviously, these have kind of been made in the 2 layers put together to make them even sturdier. If you wanted to put a gap between them, I'm guessing you could put like a photo frame or an interchangeable picture or something like that with these.
Definitely. There's lots of things you could put in between. You could even just put sticky dots in between, so you've got just a little gap in between would be fine.
Doesn't need to be a lot. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now this is amazing because it does look like it's got metal embellishments on here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stunning. Look at that. Absolutely stunning.
And the next one, this is where we've got those 2 pieces that fit perfectly there. So of course you've got, oh look at that, aye. And then, of course, you've got that other piece, which, again, if you wanted to put your kind of your faux rivets or your screw heads in there.
Yep. Yep.
Very effective. I love it. Antique key featuring with these as well.
Yep.
Beautiful. I love this effect on here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant. I think this is one of Fiona's tags, bless her. So
is this some of the Pebeo that's been dropped in there?
Yeah, that's Pebeo paint in there.
I like that. And again, look at this. Oh my goodness, sorry that was an extreme, but I got a bit carried away then. Sorry, bringing that in a little bit too soon for you. But again, just so much interest with these. What's not to get excited about these? See, this reminds me of that piece that we worked on in the craft room with those wings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful, and you can just about see underneath there that gorgeous detailed work within that grey board. You are going to love these. So, very busy for all of those different options. We haven't shown you the finished samples with the third one. We might show you those a bit later on, but you can see why you want to go for all 3 sets, and then you can get creative with these. I think we might be seeing these in the first demo, so get hold of your choices before we get down to that demo area. Talking of which, we're going to get a jog on, Di. What have we got next? These are beautiful. I love these. I love these with all those kind of celestial images, especially on with the zodiac signs on there.
Yeah, this was designed by another member of our design team, Annabelle, and she put together sketches of these astral dials, if you like, which we then managed to convert. I managed to draw them up and turn them into actual proper laser cut pieces. And we actually did this project at a retreat recently, and it was very, very popular. But what's lovely about it is you've got these pieces of clear acrylic that sit on the back.
They are, yeah.
So you could, if you wanted to, you could actually make a diamond, and you could put a tea light in there.
Nice.
And is it a diamond? No, it's not a diamond. It's a
triangle.
triangle.
Yeah. But then again, if you were to get 2 sets, you could probably make rock
Well, you
shape
could.
you like.
But it'd just be nice with the tea light in there for just a display on your mantelpiece. Yeah. But the samples again are just absolutely gorgeous.
And I was about to ask how do you fuse them together? But that is part of that design as well, with that living hinge.
Exactly. So the living hinge part is on the grey board, because it means then you can bend it right back on itself. But we've included MDF panels, which then you glue on the back, and that makes it nice and strong.
Wonderful.
And the circles on the MDF panels are slightly larger than the grey board ones, so you can glue in the acrylic ring without showing any of the glue.
That. Beautiful. Now, down at the front, I'm going to pick up those acrylic pieces, because when you get them, you'll look at them and you'll think, oh, hang on a minute, dyes were all clear when they were on the TV.
Yeah.
They come with that protective coating, don't they? All you need to do is just be very, very careful. Just kind of start it off.
Yeah.
Don't use anything too sharp. My nails certainly aren't too sharp, but it just starts peeling back just a little bit. Can you see there? And just continue so, and it's all clear underneath, and again on the other side as well.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to see through. It won't look like you're in a foggy day. It's a bit like that. The other morning when I came in, it was almost like that. Anyway, if you wanted to get hold of these, this is brilliant. So how many repeats do we get? Is it 1 repeat, depending on the different designs? Are they all the same design?
They're all the same design, yeah.
They look so different.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Because, of course, you choose which goes in each of those apertures.
Exactly, yeah, you can have it any way round you like. And just when you look at the different decoration on them, they just look completely
totally
different.
Yeah, that's what threw me.
Yeah.
$12.99, again, so affordable. And again, if you want to go for multiples, then you can do 699-825. Now, the next deal that we've got for you, we've got a couple of options with these, so you can choose with regards to these. So we've got lots again within here. So one side we've got organic, on the other side we have got industrial. So let's hazard a guess. I'm guessing, whoops, a daisy, that was going to happen. I did warn you about my wafty sleeves, didn't I? I didn't warn you about my clumsy hands. So on your side, I'm guessing that we've got this here organic, I think, on your side,
organic
isn't it?
This side,
and industrial on this side. I'm going to stand back and let you explain before I damage anything else.
So basically, I wanted to revisit Twinches. They were a thing that came out so long ago.
Yes, Twinches, remember?
And they're just gorgeous little tiny pieces of art. And I thought, wouldn't it be lovely to do some little overlays for them? So I sort of got drawing and just put a few organic shapes together first of all.
Like this.
And then I thought, oh yeah, but we could do an industrial set, because some people quite like the steampunky.
Yeah, very much.
Well, these elements on this, some of these elements are from some steampunk parts that we actually brought brought on a few months ago, and I just shrunk them all down, and they fit on.
They look brilliant.
Yeah, they fit on really well. But you can layer them, or there's just so many different things you can do with them. And then we've included some MDF panels. One is a square panel which you can actually fit 9
on the front here.
Yeah, you could fit 9 of them on there.
Oh, I see. Nice idea.
Yeah, and then there's also a long panel, so you could fit 3 on there. So you could, if you wanted to use both panels, you just put a few less, or you add your own twinches to it. It comes with 10, so you've got 10 twinches.
I like that.
So.
And anybody that's not familiar with a twinchy, because it's a bit of it's one of those phrases I haven't heard for years. But they were inches were an inch square, and twinchies were 2 inches.
That's right.
Again, that's where they came from. So yeah. It's got a cute name, just like saying twinchies. Details on your screen. If you're a Freedom member, then you've got discounted price. And again, both of those options on the same item, so what item number, so why not go for both of them? But you remember that deal of the day? This is where you'll see those additional playing card elements there. So if you fancy getting hold of this, just you can see they're just £11.98. Incredible price. And as we said with anything on this show, if you do want to go for more than one set, please do so. Very popular this morning when we launched that. In fact, I've actually got it here, so I might show it to you live in a little while. But 799-587 being that item number if you want to jump ahead and have a little look. But of course, we're here with the lovely Fee. And Fee, you designed that first element. Did you get involved with the tags as well?
I did. I designed all the tags
all
as
of
well.
The tags? Oh my goodness, busy lady.
I'm busy.
So what are we up to?
So I thought I'd do a quick demo on one of the tags, which is this one.
Oh, the clubs.
The Ace of Clubs. So what I did for this one is I just got an ordinary piece of cardstock and just embossed it.
Ooh.
And then obviously laid my tag on top, just cut round just to get the shape. And
now, we have got, cheeky little plug here, sorry for jumping in, but you know, our view's like a bargain. One of our 7-day savers this week is 300 GSM cardstock, so check that one out. Definitely worth going for.
And that's what this is,
300
GSM.
There you go.
Nice and sturdy. So all I'm going to do with this is just going to do some dry embossing just to highlight the embossed texture, and I'm using some metallic luster. You can do it with paint as well, but I thought I'd get the most out, or any of your waxes that you've got. You can do a little bit on a brush, dry brush it off a paper towel, and all we're doing is we're just brushing over just to highlight the texture. Just keep dabbing. I won't cover the whole of it. You don't want to see me dry brushing all day, I'm sure. And it's just a light pressure, just with a stiff bristle brush, and it's just to highlight the texture, and it just gives it some sparkle and shine.
And it kind of makes the light bounce off those high points.
It does, yes. And you know, you can do this with paint, you can do it with your waxes, you know, even with just gesso, just white gesso. And you know, you build it up to the depth that you want, and you know, and all that will do then is it just gives you a bit of dimension, so that when you pop,
oh wow, look at
and
that,
it just highlights the embossing.
Yeah, doesn't it?
That's that. And you don't have to do a whole pit. You can just judge it to just where you want. But I just find it's easier just to cut the whole tag. And
it's a simple shape, isn't it?
You've done that, and then all you do is you glue that onto your background, and that's your background complete.
Wonderful.
So, the next step is working with crackle. I love crackle, and I was playing.
Okay.
I like to experiment.
Well, I love it when you guys experiment, because you're way more adventurous than I am. So you come up with new techniques, new ideas.
And
so what did you discover?
So all I'm going to do is just basically, I'm just going to coat the tag with a base coat of black. Obviously, with it being the Ace of Clubs, you associate that with black. So I go with black, hence the black middle as well. Just give this a quick coat.
And is this black acrylic paint that's going on?
No, I'm using chalk paint.
Oh, right, okay.
It dries a lot faster, because by the time I've finished coating this, it'll be dry.
Okay.
Not have to wait for drying time, but you can. You can use your heat tool, but I like things that are quick, fast.
That's not a problem at all.
I'm very impatient sometimes, and I want it done now.
There's many crafters, myself included, just like that.
And it's nice to just have just something quick. You know, if you've got to do something quick as a gift, you know, just quick and easy.
And sometimes we don't get a lot of free time to craft. It might just be an evening, and by the time you finish dinner and you've sorted out washing up, kids have gone to bed, you might only have an hour and a half. So it's nice to have something that you can finish in that evening rather than waiting until the next day to finish it off.
So that's near enough dry. I'm just going to give it a quick blast to finish it off with a heat tool.
While you're doing that, can I very quickly show people our deal of the day? Because this is where we were talking about where you have got all those. You're getting loads in here. Tucked away in here, there you go. I knew they were here somewhere. You have got your little clubs. You've got your, obviously your spades as well, your diamonds and your hearts featuring in here. We've also got a little bit of acrylic, again with that protective layer on there. So we'll see those in use, I'm sure, over the couple of hours that we're here. We've got your artist trading coins and some fabulous larger pieces as well. So you can see here things like your shields, or it might be an arch that you're using that for. There's loads of MDF in here. And you've also got a fabulous stencil featuring. And these little elements, these remind me, are these similar to the ones that we use within the craft along?
They are, yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
Spied those. £11.98. I've just scratched the surface of what you've got in that bundle, so you're getting loads in that. I'd add that into your basket as well.
All right, so the next step I'm going to use is the crackle finish, but it is specially for chalky paints.
Oh, right,
so there's different crackles,
Yes.
for different, but this one is specifically made for chalky paints, and it's the only one that you can dry with a heat tool.
Oh,
Instant
right.
crackle.
Yeah, because usually you have to leave it to go naturally, don't you?
You do. So all I'm going to, this is where I decided, I'm sat there in my studio with my thinking hat on, and I'm thinking, I wonder if I do it with this, I wonder if I do it with that. So I thought, I'll try and apply it with a sponge, see what effect I get. So all you do, a little bit of sponge, dab it into your crackle, and just dab it all over.
Oh, okay, right.
Your tag. Quick.
Yeah.
Simple. Nothing hard or difficult about this at all. And you'll see that it's got like a bubbly
it almost
effect.
looks navy blue now when you've done that.
It's like a bubbly effect.
Yeah.
All you do then is you dry this with your heat tool.
So the bubbly effect, is that as a result of the sponge?
It
you get
is.
a different look if you did it with a brush?
It is, and I found, I was just experimenting on a piece of scrap grey board, like a, practice technique.
Things like the deal of the day, that's where they're useful.
And at the end of the day, it's just a little piece. You can practice this on a piece of card, 300 GSM card, because it'll take it. And, what's the worst thing that can happen? If it doesn't work out, chuck it away. It's a piece of card.
Gesso. Cover everything in gesso.
Cover everything with gesso.
Multitude of sins covered.
So this should be nearly dry.
Very effective, because it kind of gives it almost like a hammered metal look at this stage.
So this is like you can see it's still bubbly.
Yeah.
Normally you will apply this with a brush and it's a flat finish.
Okay.
So then the next step is to apply your chalky finish on top.
Okay.
Your whatever colours you want. But what I did, instead of brushing it to get streak marks, I thought I'll go with the sponge.
Oh, okay, right.
So dab your sponge in, and it gives it a much even finish. Just dab it over the top, and you'll get a sort of pitted effect because of the bubbles. You're not getting no brush marks, and basically that is it.
It looks like a hammered metal now.
Yeah, and you can dry this, and the cracks appear instantly.
Oh, fabulous. Now again, this is another chalk paint, the white that's gone over the top.
Yes, it is, just a white chalk paint.
Some of this.
So as you can see it,
yeah,
it's that quick, so simple, and just something that I just came across by just playing different applications, with different tools.
That is brilliant. What brand is that? Crackle? I've not
This is Deco Art.
Oh, is
I
it?
use Deco Art, Americana Deco, and that's it.
Wow.
Job done. So you've glued your cardstock to your base.
Wow.
Glue your top on. Finished.
How incredible is that? How quick.
Yeah.
That is so effective. I like that. And that is out of set one, I think, is it? Set one, because of course you've got the playing cards in there. Don't forget that effect that you've seen created there. It could be done with set 2, set 3, or all 3.
It could be used on anything.
Like that idea. And of course, different colours, different cardstock.
Yeah. So the different colour, if you choose a different colour to the background, a different colour on top, that's the colour in the background that your cracks all show through.
Wonderful. Love it. There you go. So if you fancy yours, then the details are on your screen. So that is set 1. Let me share set 1 details with you there, so you can see there. 488530 is that item number. Set 1 being your option, or set 2 if you like the look of this particular one. Don't forget, this is the one where you've got the keyhole, but you've got the key plate as well. This one, you've got your fleur-de-lis, you've got that fabulous decorative butterfly. Such fine detail with these. Of course, you've got your solids, and some of them are long dies, long tags, some of the shorter ones. So you're going to go for all 3 of them. So yeah, you'll get all of those. 488 530. Something else that we can tempt you with is these. Oh, this is amazing. So this is your armillary. That's a new word to me, but that's what it is, and that's one in bits. At 946371, £9.99. Of course, you've got your MDF base, key to make sure you've got a sturdy bottom for this beautiful piece of art to stand on. At 946371 if you're wanting those. And of course, the cardstock we spoke of, this is what you need. There you go. I told you it was a bargain, didn't I? £9.95. That's delivered to your door if you're a Freedom member, and I can tell you that's a pretty weighty wodge there. 50 sheets, 300 GSM. Can you imagine how many tags you're going to be able to create with those using that technique that Fee just shared with us? At 245 and 930. Again, if you want more than one set of those, please do so. And don't forget that deal of the day. Very, very busy, that Tando deal of the day is as well, because you've got lots of elements within there that are definitely worth adding into your basket. You're getting so much for that price. Bringing the details up on the screen. Oh, it's all gone a bit peculiar. It's me throwing things in without being told to, so I do apologise. But it's £11.98 that deal of the day, and you will find it on the website. It'll probably pop up actually when you're watching the show. You know how things scroll along the bottom of the screen when you're watching online. So, what are you up to then, Dal?
Right, I'm going to decorate a Twinchy.
Lovely. These are brilliant, and these are nice because they're manageable size pieces. There's nothing too daunting about these.
Well, this is it, isn't it? I mean, I just think it's you know, if you're a little bit unsure of mixed media, it's a great way to just have a little dabble and get into it.
Try a technique out. So,
yeah, definitely.
Brought the details up on your screen. You've got two options. We're working with the we've got a bit of both going on here.
No, it's the
this is the industrial
one
with the gears on.
Yes,
little tiny gears. That's the way I spied it
there for a minute.
To be honest, they're both neck and neck, so I think everybody's going for both of them. Don't blame you.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to just very simply on the Twinchy, I'm just going to paint that in grey. You don't need to cover all of it actually, because you're only going to see a tiny bit of it.
Okay. And again, chalk paint is this? So
this is chalk paint, yeah, that will dry very quickly. So we'll pop that over to one side.
Lovely.
And then this is where the fun part is, because you can start to play around with all your little elements.
Okay.
So I decided that I was going to use these pieces that are on there. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just glue this piece to this piece.
Okay.
So I've got some glue here.
What sort of glue should we be using?
Any decent PVA is absolutely fine. I'm using the Deco Art one, but you can use there's so many.
Well, most of them dry clear. That's the key thing, isn't it, really?
If you can get one that dries clear and dries matte,
yes,
that's a bit better.
Okay.
Unless you want to see the glossy edges, but sometimes when the glue squishes out, if it dries a bit glossy, you may not like it like that. So we'll just pop a bit of glue on there, and I'm just going to pop that over the top. You don't have to be perfect with this. And then we were talking about Pebeo paints earlier.
Yes, because they did, sometimes you see them on Good Morning, Good Evening, Hochanda, and you've kind of got like your Moonstone and all those other ones, because when you drop them into each other, they just morph into something else.
Yeah, so I've got the moon.
Oh,
I've got one of the moon ones, which I meant to bring a long skewer with me.
Oh, yes.
I might better do it with a pipette, actually.
Yeah, cocktail sticks are brilliant for these as
well. They are, aren't they?
So look at that liquid gold.
I will just drop that into there.
Oh, okay, all right.
And you can just fill the whole void with it. I'm being a bit messy.
That's okay, we don't mind. We like messy. We might still have these on the website, incidentally. So, yeah, if you go into the search field on our website, it's really helpful. You just put a few words of description in there. So it could be Pebeo, it could be Moonstone with these. Or I think they're just called Moon, isn't it, actually?
I think it is Moon, yeah.
Just Moon. And you'll find them. If you're not shopping online, I know we still have lots of viewers that don't shop online. If you speak to our call operators, they have access to exactly the same website, so they can have a little look on your behalf. Now, I don't know if we have got them on there, but if we have, then you will be able to get hold of them. It just takes a few moments, but yeah, have a little look later on after the hour. Not now, too much going on.
So pretty much that will self-level anyway, so you don't have to be too perfect, and we are in the end going to be layering that over the top anyway. So.
Perfect.
So we'll leave that to one side. I have got a dried one,
Lovely.
because that's not going to dry on time. Now I've decided to use these two elements as well, which all I've popped on there is either a bit of gesso or a bit of white acrylic paint. That's all I've done to those. And then I want to use some modelling paste, which I'll just lay over the top with modelling paste.
Lovely. Add a little bit of texture.
Yes, and then we just...
Oh, that's nice thick one.
Yeah. Yes. We lay that over the top like that. It's a bit lumpy actually, but never mind. That's just adds
to the interest in it. Yeah.
Just get rid of the bits around the edge, and then we do the same with that one, like that.
Lovely.
And then we leave those to dry.
And it's funny because on the board they are obviously fused together because you kind of got your positive and your negative with the teeth. Would they be teeth? I don't know. I'm calling them teeth because when you look at them together, it almost looks like a zip formation that you've got on there.
Yeah.
But the thing with these is when you have a look, I'm going to do, I mean, you can see obviously you've got your clock face at the top here, but have a look down at the bottom here. The amount of detail that you get, fine detail work with these. I mean, goodness. I need to put, let me see if I can put that behind, see if that helps at all. Because look at that, little tiny gauges that you can see there where those lines are cut. Down to the cogs, the teeth and everything. The amount of detail that you've got with these, Di, phenomenal.
Yeah, well the board that we're using is 1.2 millimetres thick. Yeah. So it's it's much thinner than our standard board, which means you can get lots and lots of really tiny detail. And it's ideal. You don't need the strength when you're layering it up onto a twinchy, so it's ideal for that kind of thing. So now I want to add a bit of texture to these. So I'm using some texture sand paste. Any kind of sand paste is fine, and you literally just.
And is this to give it kind of that rust feel to it? Obviously not with the colour, but the texture.
Yeah. It's perfect for rust effects. It really is. So I'm just going to dab that on with my finger. I'm very much a finger painter.
Well, there's lots of people out there exactly the same, but as we saw earlier on with Feefo, you want to use things like your sponges or brushes and things like that, you can do. With things like the paste here, though, it's best not to use your best brush, is it, when it's just come out of the packet?
No.
Use the unloved ones, as I like to call them, the ones that you've kind of forgotten to ever get round to cleaning.
That's right.
And they've ended up being a bit of a stick.
Yeah. I've got a few like that, actually.
Me too.
Okay, so I've just added a little bit of texture to those two pieces there. Okay, so then we would leave those to dry.
Okay,
but
as I always say, on good TV, here's one I prepared earlier.
So I've already got those which have been done, and I have that one and that one that's been done.
Lovely.
Okay. So all I'm going to do now is I want to just coat these with some brown paint.
Okay.
So let's get that out the way. I'll pop a bit of that on there, and I'm also going to want a little bit of this blue as well. And then with a brush, we are going to just dab on some of the brown paint onto there. Very simple. Again, you could do this with your fingers as well if you wanted to.
It's mesmerising watching. I know they say watching paint dry is boring, but it's not when it's like this, is it? I think we've changed the rules.
Okay, and then we'll just pop a little bit on that one, like that.
And of course, depending on how rough that original texture is, depends on the result that you get in here.
Yes. Okay.
It's nice to have the challenge of working on something different size to what you're working with, but ultimately it's the same techniques, whether this was a big 12-inch canvas.
Definitely.
Or a little 2-inch canvas, because that's what we're working with the twinches. They're just miniature canvases.
Definitely, yeah. And they're just so much fun, I think. I mean, they're kind of a forgotten gem, aren't they?
They are, yeah. We were talking about revisiting things earlier on, and Leonie had a fabulous hour at 8 o'clock this morning with a lot of heat embossing and using techniques like layering up your granules, kind of your chunky embossing powders, and then pushing your inked up stamps into them. They're things that we forget about sometimes.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many new techniques coming out, but those old ones
and we always seem to be, we were reminiscing, saying we were always too quick for something that's new. What's new? What's new? What's the latest thing? And certain things like the stamps that Leonie was bringing, they'd only actually had one airing, but they were too good to not mention again, which is why she brought them back this morning.
Yeah. So I've just watered down a bit of the blue, which I'm just going to wash over these pieces. You want it to kind of, we can put a little bit more water with that. You want it to kind of pool in the areas in between where the modelling paste has gone. You see how that's starting to pool? So we do that, and then we do that on that one. Like that.
Lovely.
And then you can heat dry that.
Okay.
But I'll leave it there for a second because we can go back to this one. I'll just give
that a little blast. You guys at home, I think most of you are going for both of the different sets, because with the twinches you've got choices. You probably have noticed them on your screen there. The industrial one is the one that we're working with at the moment, but of course you've got the organic as well. They both work brilliantly, and they actually work alongside each other because they're 2 inches, they're both the same size, so why not kind of go for both sets and maximise your usability of these. £13.99 for each one of those sets you choose to go for. Details are there on your screen, but of course if you do go for multiples, then you don't have to worry about the post and packing because it's the same item number, so one post and packing, unless you're a Freedom member of course, because then there's no post and packing and you've got a discounted price as well.
Right, I've got a bit of quinacridone gold.
Oh, I love that word. Say it again.
Quinacridone gold. And I'm literally just going to touch in places. I don't want it all over the top of this piece.
This is so effective because we've watched it happen before our eyes, but it still looks like it's metal.
And it's so easy. This is the thing. And then we'll do the same with that one.
And of course the beauty is the technique that Di's sharing with us. I've mentioned about different sizes, but also different bases as well, because if you're working on something that's got MDF in it, or maybe you've gone for one of these MDF discs in the deal of the day, you could get that exact same effect that you've done with the paints with that sand paste in there as well, and get those results. So yeah, it's all about those techniques. Don't forget those techniques.
Absolutely. I mean, use it on any of your projects that you're doing. Right, okay, so now we've got that one. I just want to add in a little touch here and there of the blue, just here and there.
Concentrate.
Yeah, just a little bit here and there, just to give it a little bit of a pop.
Yeah, because it kind of has that verdigris element, doesn't it, when something goes rusty?
And then we'll just do a little bit on that piece, like that, just a touch. Like that. So we'll leave those to one side. Those bits are done. I'll just give these a very quick blast because they're not quite dry.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Oh, incidentally, we found those moon paints we were talking about. Should we quickly show you those while this is drying on? So your Pebeo, you've got 5 of these, and they're brilliant value for money. You can choose any of those. Now, we worked a few moments ago with I think it was the moon sand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was that lovely gold colour. If you want something a bit more silvery, then we have got those gorgeous hot tones with an apricot in there as well as salmon. If you want to go more pretty, then you have got things like your pink in it, or maybe that pearl. And again, keep a note of that item number, because if at any time you want to add to your collection, then you can do. But you're getting 5 of those for £24.99.
Okay. Right, so now we've dried that off, we just want, again, just with your brown, just a very light wash over, just in places, just to add another little bit of interest to this piece. You don't want a lot, you literally want the tiniest drop of paint on there. Okay.
Fabulous.
So once they're dry, I'll just do. It won't matter if there is a. I've got some over there that are dry anyway. Actually, so now we can assemble everything. Okay. So if I leave those over there, and then I'll bring in all the ones that I did.
Wonderful. Now the twinches, obviously the base that we started off with that little bit of chalk paint. Those are the kind of your pieces of artwork. If you're choosing to just use these two elements together, because of course you could use the decorative elements that you're getting within your set on something else, or maybe introduce some more of your own twinches. But with these, you're getting 10 of those bases.
Yeah.
So that's nice because you were talking about putting them onto tags and putting them in formations. That's having a set of 3, as you were saying on one of those tags. You can get 3 of those easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And another thing you could do as well, which I think there might be able to see on one of the samples, is you can actually layer them up. So you would have, say, 1 twinchy as a base and then 2 twinches as a base. So you get different
like a tiered effect. Yeah.
So you can kind of create more dimension by doing that as well.
Yeah.
So it's just
and
another
these are the
option.
kind of thing I love putting into those box frames. You know, you can pick them up from a certain 3D store that I go to, which is what I was about to say. I can tell you about this store. And they do a frame that's it's about 12 inches square, but you can kind of position these in a series of 9, and it looks so arty when you do that.
Yeah.
Then you could sell those. Oopsie-daisy.
Right, so we're just now going to glue these elements together. So first of all, we're going to glue that one down onto there.
Okay.
And then we'll glue that one down onto there.
Now, I like that where they're separated.
Yeah. So you don't need much of the grey underneath.
Yeah.
And then we're going to glue this piece. That's going to go onto that one.
Okay.
And that fits over exactly.
I love that moon shining through that.
Oh, it's
brilliant,
fabulous, isn't it? And then we want to glue these onto there. So put some more glue on the back. And we'll pop that one on there like that.
Oh, I'm loving this.
And then this one, pop some glue on the back of that one. You could, for added interest, you could put a little bit of wire through there as well.
Yes, that's a nice idea, yeah.
That would add something to it, and then we'll pop that one, say, down there like that.
That looks brilliant.
And then that's that one done.
And that is perfect to actually form part if you've got an art journal. You could be the centrepiece of that art journal, couldn't it?
It's nearly stuck.
I'm frightened about picking it up because
it's...
Should we slide it back into the middle where the camera is, and then we can kind of have a really good look at that, I think. So you can see where you've got that little twinchy, that miniature piece of art, where you could be using some of those techniques that you use on your larger piece, but transfer them over onto here, and you can see all that incredible detail that Di's just shared with us. That one was created using the industrial ones, but of course you've got your organic as well, and you've got everything else. Again, the techniques there we could use on any of those items. There's loads on the website. Di, thank you. Thoroughly enjoyed that. As I always do. I love these ads. So what else can I tell you about? Oh, those fabulous triple arches. These are brilliant. Now, if you want something with a bit more space to work on, then they might be the ones for you. Don't forget you are going to get those acrylic elements in there as well. So for your little windows, just make sure you do remove that plastic coating. And of course, if you want to take advantage of any of the Freedom discounts that we've brought to you, you can add your membership in as you check out your basket. But of course, these, we haven't even shown you how these come together. They're so simple to put together though, but 40% of the stock has gone. These are absolutely amazing. Got the MDF base, so you know that when you've created your piece of art, that it's going to be safe and secure within the base. You don't want it toppling over, but then you've got the interest that you're going to add. Now, are you going to go with this kind of idea where you've got that verdigris, that weathered look, maybe some of that crackle involved with this? But I love all those gorgeous colours, and then you've got the beauty of a little butterfly featuring in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. A lovely backdrop for your papers as well. Or maybe you're going to be using some of those, the moons or the prisms that we've got from on the website as well, so do check those out. Or maybe you're going to go quite dark with yours. Nice contrast here between the dark and white, showing up the detail that you've got within this grey board. It is cut to perfection. and that is key. And that's what you know when you go shopping with Tando Creative. You know that the elements are absolutely perfect. Or maybe those techniques that Di just taught us, you'll be transferring those techniques over and creating that kind of rusty effect. This looks like this piece has been out in the garden for years and years and years, unloved, but that's the look that you want with this. And I love that Carol's created that particular piece. Beautiful. So there you go. You're going to be able to create any one of these or your own variation of them for just £9.99. I've got a feeling lots of you are going for multiples of these because, yeah, it's definitely worth them. Okay. I'm going to swap these round, so when we come and revisit these later on, then we have a look at this one at the front here because I love the effect on that one too. So, yeah, details on your screen, 946371, £9.99. Go for a couple of them because when you've created one, you'll wish you got another one to get started on. A bit like the tags, but with the tags you've got lots within here because you've got different groupings of these. Got 3 different sets, set 1, set 2 and set 3. We saw set 1 being demonstrated by Fee a few moments ago, and again you've got your elements with these, so you kind of got your front tag, your back tag with these, but you have got a lot more besides. So with these, that's set 3, so let's move that one to the back there. Set 1, look at there. I love this. Almost a gothic influence with these, with obviously you've got your cross there, you've got the fabulous. Is it a window or is it wrought iron? It could be a gate, couldn't it? It could be one of those kind of gratings that you have on a window. Again, the key featuring with these, and again, you've got your tags there with your playing card elements in there. Taller tags on this occasion, but of course you've got your base tags that can sit behind, or maybe you'll use these for a different project altogether. You've got your little cross that's popped out from that piece as well, as you can see. Set 2, slightly different with this one, shorter, stubbier tags, but then again you have got a few long ones in the base here, and of course you've got that key plate that's going to sit over the top of your keyhole with that particular piece. I love this with the moon and the crescent there. It reminds me of my holidays in Turkey. Oh, will I go back again? And that's set number 2, and then set number 3, here you go. I love this one here where you've got that fleur-de-lis in there. We've got these fabulous windows here, and the beauty of the butterfly, absolutely gorgeous, cut to perfection. And that's the thing with Tando Creative, they know what they're doing when it comes to cutting the grey board. Now, if you want to get hold of set 1, 2 or 3, or maybe all 3 of those, then the details are on your screen. They're £11.99, 488 530. Promise you that we'd look at some of those that we didn't look closely at a few moments ago, but as you look at all these wonderful pieces before you, you can see those techniques that Fee and Di have shared with us transfer so well over onto these pieces, as well as the ones I'm going to show with you here. And these are beautiful. Look at that. Using elements that you might already have in your stash. Love that. It's encapsulated in the centre there. Absolutely beautiful. Again, artwork. It might be a photo. Ooh, she looks a bit sassy, doesn't she? Bit of a sassy pose there. We'll move on from that one. I think this is a similar sort of technique to how we saw earlier on. Look at that. Beautiful. Love that backdrop that we've got there. And again, lots and lots of fabulous techniques that we are learning as the hour progresses. We're going to learn more in a few moments because Fee's going to be back with her second demo. Whichever set you want to go for, if you're going for all 3 of them, the details are there on your screen. 488 530, £11.99. But then, of course, you've got those arches. The arches with that living hinge, and I think this is really clever. We see this, and it's such a clever idea that all of those windows there, all those arches, come together with one piece, and that's the key thing. It's down to the cut, it's down to the design. Gives you that very sturdy hinge, but it's a very fluid hinge as well, so it means that you can literally fold those pieces back on each other if you're needing to. Completely flat there. It's not as if that you kind of got to leave it at 45 degrees because it's too bulky. You've got a hinge in there that you've screwed in place, but you've got other elements with these. Now, you can take these as little or as far as you want to go with them because the elements are all included. You might be quite frugal. I have a tendency of doing that, but you've got those fabulous acrylic pieces there. 3 to fit in each one of those windows, and you've got different sizing so everything sits completely flush, but then you've got the celestial aspect of things like the star or the moon featuring there. You've got obviously your zodiac signs with these as well. Some really ethereal images there, and some fabulous frames that mean that you can actually build these up and make them quite thick when you're putting them together, so they're really sturdy when they're standing in place. Of course, you could turn around the other way and have them almost like shields, couldn't you, if you wanted to? It's your decide. They might not stand up so easy if they're on the tips, but you might put them on the wall. Your choice. 825 if you are wanting those, and £12.99 means you are going to get a complete set, no choices. So you're going to get your 3-part element, and then of course you're going to get the windows and all the embellishments to go with it. Finally, the next one that I want to share with you is this one, the Twinkies. These are Twinkies, not Twinkies, Twinkies. That's a breakfast cereal, isn't it? American breakfast cereal. Oh dear me, yeah, I think it's time for food. So your Twinches. Now your Twinches, you've got 2 different options. So you've got your organic to the side of me here with lots of fluid elements to these. You haven't got harsh outlines with these. I love this kind of bubble effect that you've got in the top window of this. Well, it's not window, it's going onto one of these pieces, but this is the positioning that you've got. You're getting 10 of these within your collection that you can build up in whichever way you like. So those are your organics if you're wanting those, and I love this one. This is industrial, but you wouldn't have thought it from those bright colours. Industrial doesn't have to be dark, it doesn't have to be grungy, it can be bright and vibrant. Now here you go, we've got some of the organic ones put together here. So again, nice bright tones. Love that blue on the background there. Just quickly taking through these because we haven't seen these up close. Love these, but the way that you put yours together will look completely different to these. So those ones are all organic ones. Next ones that we've got are your industrial. See, I can't decide between the two. I'll go for both. That way I don't have to worry. And again, there you go. There's some, again, more fluid ones. I think these ones are from the organic again here. But isn't that brilliant? Those little apertures showing those elements behind, which could be a paper or a technique. Now, look at this. That is a complete contrast. Let me just move that wire out of the way. Isn't that a complete contrast to any of those others that we've seen? Love it. All brilliant. There we go. Details on your screen there. I've only got 10 minutes left. I've gone into a flap now because I need to go and see what Fee's up to. Deal of the day, I'm going to leave this one with you. I do suggest you add this in because everything that we've been seeing, if you want to practice those techniques, then the deal of the day is the perfect way for you to do so. You're getting all those substrates in there, you're getting sentiments in there, words of inspiration, but it means you're getting them at a brilliant price, so you don't mind using these when you are experimenting. And as you saw earlier on from Fee's demonstration, sometimes those experiments are the way to go. Absolutely fabulous. And I must ask Di a little bit later on when she comes back whether this is a Labrador or a Retriever. We were having a decision. We did decide that it definitely wasn't a Chihuahua or a Shih Tzu.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, Shih Tzu? No, not Shih Tzu. What are they called? Shih Tzu. I've got the all in the wrong. I'm having a problem with my teeth today. Di, what is it? Retriever. It's a Retriever. There you go. I think I said that.
Yes.
Right, what are we up to then, Fee?
Right, so I thought I'd do this one.
Oh, okay.
From the set 2,
I think it is, yeah. You've got that little frame in there, that's nice.
So all I'm going to do, like I said to you before, the background, you don't have to paint it all, or you can just paint in the middle where the frame is, just for a bit of contrast.
So just think about what your overall design is.
It could be a piece of scrapbook paper, it could be anything that you want it to be. So I'm just giving a quick coat of black chalk paint again.
Wonderful.
I'll leave that to one side to dry.
Okay. We've just checked on the design. This one's actually from set 3, but to be honest, you're going for all 3 of them anyway. Ooh,
so
okay.
This one, you can run through grey board through an embossing folder.
Now let's see if we can show you the relief of that. Look at that. So is that just a regular embossing folder?
Just a regular embossing folder.
Wow.
You can run it through. And all I did was just to get not this bit embossed, is I just cut some circles of card,
Clever.
sat it on top, and it will raise that and it will only emboss the outside, and vice versa. If you cut a tag shape and cut the circle out,
that's a clever idea.
It will only emboss the centre.
Yeah, like that idea.
So all I'm going to do with this is a quick technique with this. I'm just going to paint it all in a vintage brass colour.
Okay.
Which is a matte metallic from Deco Art. Quick and simple this is, nothing too fancy, but it will give you an aged metal effect.
We've got about 7 minutes left, so if you can drag it out for us.
Drag it out.